eno aye 4% ana onsabeka ni nyina na aye de betu ede ma we no aye exclusive enso na ma betu echi say we above 18 years aye kanfo aye betu enso ade ama www.betu.com.gh hona be register wo sign it so ya adwuma wo dru aye tafu inhia so a amuso junction anya ira kwankwa wo kwa buso bia so wo heba bia Dr. Amuso wo nsabeka no ofori enkomoro market o ana Dr. Amuso so ya adwuma na yade no obeboa ma onso ne omanyina no aye fine ede ama utu ase e wa kapi ni nyina eche no wo de drive fan kedie makacho so bu on ma won na what ma say ba ni nyina eche do nyunu na mom sa wo pedwanma dwumadia edini nyina na enchese dwumadia ano ohyepa ebia meka se yade bia sio ni pedwan mo wonnom Amuso garlic bitters eye piat once na chese fifu ni nyina no ebekọ ewa bradamo na wodwun so ni nyina no na chese onyade wan so kontise wo tere so otum sampa wo bonkatia enom aye crunchy ana milk no ensom aye creamy ebiem sugar no so muntise onto sikan tontwene de wo hia ensom aye nsu a wode gum na fe wakanum no asesabia gum abeboa ama hodem apanso besanse nuane no no ensom ahyemu mapafei mekanfo kifo wo mo hot pepper ana ama se obeye nkwan so obeye stew mo a mo jama for all this aye nuane se wadena se engagement ase aye party ase choba for ere chese mo maka nyina no aye kifo hot pepper no ane mama oma daruma abenya bi ensom ato ewe dwa so na me demafo about center no ensom Dr. Time eda so asem ne yeken na doctor say bra wo ba ya de emfa ho enfona ebi ayede na ekranko aye chronic ekwa na bawa boka acheso run test awodo yede uti ahye machines mu nyina no studio tima bomori anso bekwama Dr. Time eda so enso ayo doctor ede bre ebeto yade so so yade ewa bre ne padwa so be free na fe wo som adon kama so benkum ana se bi on different ebese jojo aye stroke ana bese ba ana se waist pain aye severe e kan ho achese wo gye ho enye bema prostate enlargement wo some other so bomb bang and I saw your ba uni atinka bema wo premature ejaculation low sperm count what the boss wa ta na bema die ya bomori anso be kwama Dr. Time eda so enso ahwe oye adwuma e wo pokwiase mayera ebiem eye buakwa gugu school junction 0244774282 doctor and some abajo so gingermate dental clinic and you call or dentist and so na okwa okun say okwa ko solve a problem bia orally wunya ajeba kwa ha dwempa and say we be man say we oba na wonum enso ayinka yana ha dwempanti halitosis no bomoni anso beko ama doctor no enso ahwe kama fei momo beso mo shamo sene braces oyobi a wo so de ensi obeso mo tu se no no mo sene kama ms sanso fe obeso ye cleaning and say obeso ye polishing ye scaling and obeso ye empo wo se no ododom kaka na aba yentu se ewa bra wutim paiwo ni ensine fofo ema football ni nyina no gengemid our branches awodo enso awo Ghana takwadefo no obehuno enso ewo eye Tadisco junction ebiem eye report junction kroma wo fa kwan so akobantema on senifa so building a bank ewo from esro ana gengemid ewa oye adwuma ana make say kofodia waban central ana central police station ho ewo eastern region ho ana on sanso ebeka gengemid number ni 0559139582 Gengemid and so abajoso.
Yes, loss in Adaruma, loss in Beverages Limited, loss in delay man be so a German so your bar na so a bema uti low sperm count after Joshua what to praise premature ejaculation in no was a cancer say boy Emma also no ma Emma Wontumi ebo adwuma Emma low sperm count and so to me flow so now delay man capsules no eno ana eyi koko e de efiro say fifiri wo na say ewo mo jam de fifiri be pai de o mo jam enso be kontia no ahye no so enwema menstrual pains anasembia o menses ne inflow eya ni nyina no so boa ema nneema ye kama esa boa ma watinka koso tiadroi wonnom no na wo fili onnom no na ehili 0248619999 na phone edin koma Bible Center dompenum anu ya juma spinal cord problem aba anasembia dislocation of arms un say ane mo twisting anasembia arthritis ane how bone injury wasebra na fe omwa na Dr. Badjuma obona no washipa Dr. Ba stroke ana gonovi yare bia wodi a wonim no doctor sabre na onye ho adwuma mfama dom no se kro bia tu na mfie bebrenie wontimi ema kro no enwa jese waye de obe bia wasebra na fe on treaty emfa ema Dr. Ba adem ultramodern machines ana about the check up so ho intishano su kumasi foi ye watonso agogo ye be agogo hospital ana fa cross Printers Road 18 junction obe fe doctor e was 0244988004 0244988004 na fe woni yam awie na promo na cost license for diabano television promo and almost yan country say womo diamond date no on the 28th of May ekopim on the 8th of June and a banner ye into so tiamina open and a TV and so I was and I send the also and a bono form say at this week and no I did woman saying countries oma line up obam nobody be at say kasie and I say to an no woman about stylist frameless designs and woman at them about visuals utimi se ntawa enya asemetu akra entia no ahye no so se obekọ ye showroom sunum na wagan ha ba bia obenya bi se wa akra wo kuma asem wo dansoman ana asem bia wo kofrodia ona se o person 0302550000 now the high sense M24 every solar natural clinic no and they make one asem se Dr. Solomon na daroma a prostate capsules na utedi anesa Johnson boko say prostate enlargement and be prostate infections and how I dream nyina no day when you ebeche na fa pay dredianum na emei say prostate no na mo nso ase ho nso tagua na fe utumi se eya na nkakakran ewom obenya sent bi wachire ni nyina ha adwe o discharge nneoma yellowish bi nneoma white aso o de po bi ha wadwe ni nyina no break na fe doctor ensom emra na fe oto adwe bi no ma esa o yade amazeman panyan obete dene adrowe anu shipa njanu ahye no so memedro eba ye mfe bebrenie 02616028 na fe woni adin komo polytank kadaroma mfe bese biasanie ana polytank adi adencheche Africa Ghana bia na diom and se polytank esi awiemo esi nsuomo nso to awie boy be bia gina na aneja aye papa ankasa ntia no ahye no so amamene bo no wo me se yamankai boy ama Ghana fonte o akra o tema anasem bia o tachiman mika se hear me from Sehi anasem bia gosu mem bia wo bia ne bo no ye the same memfaka bia wo bia no to bia bo no original ana woto say ya hippo anasem bia rambo sumo ni nyina no yare sem ebi ho a unsa ebe kabinemo hya no so ese yenye momo payment online enja no ahya no so eze amame na semens vita heba mission capsules again ana mema dc again wompem eno empem agudie ho asem na mekan untimi mobe 30-40 anasem bia 90 minutes bema de wanya kwane nka 30 de ejira ojira na so kakra na 45 bibeboa na mo 5 minutes no awie pressure and the beto so the bia yem hyehyw because won tam adwuma untimi mo adwuma ye wonum agan bia no beboa obo so na ntini mu etwetwenum ahyehye no sciatica no efire to ase wo ba na hyehyhe ne mutwetwe no wonya bia beboa agan saye ntini no ana afa dompemu adwuma 0240616061 baby ato adro bia no benya bi enso etimato natural and for adaruma pros love capsules ebema odronso sem ayeku ebema odronso awodronso mu paimie no obu a what pains obu a wa na se ade no emu ya ne ye mu hyehye no wadro pros love na beboa ye wie no na fa true man capsules no say ye recorrection waist pains and assembly are premature ni nyina no ebekọ ede amount na Congo yi sawati ni din eboa ama honam ani nsa efri yawidi ani eboa ama honam eda ho ani da fefefefe udware wie na honam me ohina wadre Congo 0249 017101 na onia wie emulator ba supplement no ana me kan for diama se mani pedua sipita shembia also immune system no aye very weak ya de beat me ball e ma ne ye fa emulator ba supplement na bo eno ano no oyo ba o ma kra no fu anaso afavra onum bienye ye ana kra ni mfe dumie no kwa ontimi mfe dre obefa number na fo afre e 0535112813 na fe wadi nkomo ana 0303966492 na album koma nuama dadi na Kojak Farmer o madaroma e Kojak Charcoal toothpaste enom ane adi twi Emausin Ayafita, Emausin, and one day bem, into a chronic school be na for no and some intimate yusu na M1 and no papa or tree, and you know Dawu tree, and no a Kojak Charcoal toothpaste, and no and I'll do Trabamas now one day. I'm an apifita, Kojak Proco no, Wutina Pawana Papu, Ebina Boa, Pebina Nume, 0244 559 or Kaisi Drag Lane, and I feel Central Market no, Ubene Biato, and Namia Redroni. Current Stick Ventures, woman a day, Zahara Mistani G. A day abba, a treaty, and Namu Yade, send a gono syphilis candida, and a Ehawaji, Wazo Tieme, rashes Nigun Comonoso, OTT, Neo Crow. Tine Crone de Nina be few as raw mix chanini G a 2-in-1 no if you was a man capsule so Emma sexual weakness a wiki pemusisi untimin trap 360 when you be a boa hindi about Mr. a treaty malaria typhoid and after diabetes no and over 0246348334 dog a dim and komatabia takum and no and yet tafi be a mano a tafe a meme di a more de a war and a man ya giant mudano sabebe pe and a one pem o diwe now bomb pema juma said the war at the city and sabebe pe and no some a debesia call every amount na yake tabia ba capsule see and no and so a boss ya dear na Mr. A malaria and a joint this a free 0243686861 na unia Alaska ebama dema efe what purpose ni nyina no no and a seven country say 3D 5D was a brain never pay na nyamanye kama and from a carpet to form and I feel blank curtain see ni nyina kala bia bi our designs awra what they abana no shepa na open the dodo adum kumase ya be boss of and build in Accra Circle tiptoe lane 0554114878 na fe when in pedifadin komokoa Mr. Anameka for the Amasakoa Dre and no Anameka says immune system asem COVID by and one yanoma ama yeni pedue jina ye acha COVID ntimi anchi anto form ama lockdown anchi enti ezedie eko nemo still na da so jina na so ya numbi ama na bo eni pedue am ye jina brand nti ko Mr. eno na make for dem na ko empty Mr. no eyi malaria make say what the wood ampem enfifre free wa odi numbi onumbi abonso enfifre no free eyi ade e de for ko empty no yes for na be na mpedifo ni nkomo 0244726611 na oni ko Mr. mpedifo adi nkomo FDA approve na ye rem no aye kwamana ne nanu pe ne power specialist adaruma ye ma me doctor kosu aduaya was even control hepatitis ABC what the nubrane hahama eyi ade ade ama fatty liver ulcer fibroid and kidney stones ni ade ni nyina no was brano mo na ode ene hebatina ba Mr. Naba and also boa support immune system no aduaya heba malamis treat malaria and afi cough care ba Mr. enom eyi chese obowa oboso hyehyɛ ni nyina no enom efuro na afi aduaya heba tonic so enum atontimi ne dia wonya bia beboa ni nyina adrei opebi anasa opeso ba yen hospital Accra Kobenya ACP road no ewo power hospital bus stop Kumasi Feyase Bosomtwi road aduaya junction and afi Takrade Orekodo ewo Anaji estate 0244544220244544 na ne power specialist about hospital yama me doctor akosua aduaya ewi anope fancy
yama yen question of the day so I say I am Amozupi Halbamesha, question of the day. Amozupi, a drone ever jasso, and yana baby abafabia benya bina, wonso wato, and infection a drone, and when ye, and say, Wakakwenya gonorrhea, say, candidiasis, and I say, I syphilis, and a dunya, Diana, and how no, say, we a Bema, Sansan, Kubema, ho, Sabia Utiti, ne you crow, ne corner, banner, as a moose, a drone, Ayamozupi Halbamesha, and no, and so, and a baboyan question of the day in the Yebisau say, rate Maresca's first season at Chelsea out of 10. Rate Enzo Maresca's first season at Chelsea out of 10. Into on a scale of 1 to 10, Yebisau say, Chelsea coach Enzo Maresca, the first season, and ye rating out of 10 are saying, and I will rate Enzo ABC Aye couple.
Yes, Enzo dear, why Juma? But also starting near over 5. Oh,
yeah, 5.
Oh, okay.
And so many.
And so many. What do Chelsea Copa Champions League was our European title?
Yeah, Brosu. Na me tell say. Yes, starting season. Send me yes, your soldier.
Yeah.
On nsem and a
sati about on chama 5.
Just born mo kwa nya draw crowd bona why line up bi.
Oh, guys, we are no contenders. We now who say bit my baby.
Manager Ben Obeka just on your contenders. When that fine form.
Enzo 5 on here. What the Ghana no 5 names. Come man 7, but you are teaching me the answer me team 2 free so. You man what this 7/10 and comma Enzo. Bright man kwa GFA so man 7/10 and Abdul Manan say 8/10. Testrogen as a 7/10. Abraham Dose say 8/10. Nana Kofi say 9/10. Where Icon GH say 8/10. And what the man Ismail Aka said 10/10. Next is what the big trophy beba. Yusuf Suleiman say Awaya Jumapa by 9/10. And what the man Danso Frederick said 9/10. Say less say Oman 8/10. And what the man way Gomez Garon Teria was say must the way they do his selection, I don't think he can win Chelsea with Champions League. Okay, the selection the Enyakra Ebo Junior was say did a great job, but still Oman 8/10. Champions Court as a 10/10 or score. Coach and Sports Arena as a 10/10. And Bewa as the way born a Jumani did 7/10. And what the man Godfred Akon was in 9/10. And what the man Emmanuel Siama as woman 9/10. Godfred Akon Macau the star boy as a 8/10. And what they Enzo Maresca no pay. Me share YouTube phone so kakrana mama betwa so enso ede efro and I no pay live on the show na Wontumi TV live our YouTube ho and I wa obetimi do the na ba ma unse Michael GHS wo Maresca 9/10 and I feel Harry or you about Bonsu Junior say 7/10 our YouTube afei we Lambon Solomon so say I'm say momon check in mama okay me that's na David Alaba so say 9/10 and Michael J say 10/10 best mark man 6 and Alex Ansa and so man 2 now Williams and if you say 9/10 considering where the team was last season and how far the team is for now and Obama no 9/10 and no I said you know so identity and about Facebook I'm run me page on so I'm sure so na I'm from so be foul and so at the banner Donald Gero say Oman 7/10 Ernest Nkrumah say 8/10 best Mark Bonfo man 8/10 afe Justice Ayesian man 6 and afe best Mark the medical to Ghana when so ya Kwabena Preprajan Momake exams and cano bench why go for matron of Deca.
Everyone so ya na ya so na I know and so no kapana bibi obi
bibi and obi yes Chelsea winning more the pa
me say me catch us a trophy when any trophy bia like a more full
sure
some me catch up because you started day one squad and the bonnet to say team C B na mo dey when I back ya process.
Debbie yeah, Chelsea level the
Champions League team that
na making I had the same crankoda. You see, we are near my beam. On this, you have you see, the Akani Suron.
Mama, you for no.
Oh, no move friendly cap grubbing to me. Now, Massa, you dear.
No, Russian soil and control. Oh, me, Jarma, I can't look out with you. I never hear you. Mobia will be a Lukaku Bayer, Mamma, no, my own combat, yes. No, my card, I shall look out with us.
Lukaku, no,
Holland, on Uncle Rasmus.
Ujina man is ujina.
That's no no
I will not anymore.
Whoa, you come on here about this. And so I own to me sports buffet live on Facebook. I own to me TV. Oba wa Darama Bomari and say Oba like in page now share now messages ring now. What you talk comment section or else area Baba King Candy Amount 100.9 our Tamale 101.3. So we also anafe a year 10 credit respectively and away and so I own to me 101.3 you can't FM T I don't know TV and digital on a satellite Juma foreign amnest let's go
Angwa Juma no you Yami wohoda se uji didia obeya Juma such no you Yami wohoda se uji didia obeya Juma ye bompaye shamachi shra Yehuwa ilahenu Yehuwa ekat we ahata et Yehuwa Elohika bika Luvika, Uvika Naveshika, Uvika Miyodika, Tode Yashak. In English, in the name of Jesus. Amen.
Amen.
Na guess it is okay how guess no guess no me say how many boys in this year me say guess it is say who to be sponsor I am number one
chairman
angwa Juma no you Yami wohoda se uji didia obeya Juma such no you Yami wohoda se uji didia
Baso our chesa Rocklo and a Kobasa Reabetis and Swaluzi I have 4-1 area Chelsea amateur Sandra Wamos Abe champions Yamia Saturday and on the eliminators for Trankwa and some other Champions League game Wamos final game and Sabasunum Mamini Kanko Aya Champions League no Sunafe Memfa Enwa Aya Jumedi and also Barcelona Yamfa latest and so Emra Unumsa and one answer now Medabatu Jasa who drew Aya Chasa Marcel and the Monte so Rabia one of Tonton JC's Abaso Chasa one one in Penny Samdasa yes or shop and Obia Basa Mama Intermaline JC Emma Mekanchosa what did you ever say JC Aya Torika Sepano and some Interdia Bayana Sensa Marcel ni bien on ma Wabada sorry now or better Sabokua your father say and your Paris Saint-Germain woman Kwaje Aya Champions League and no and some about it to send you money and some across who are Roman say woman you support Adama Intermaline Timino na Dominion and another person say we drew Italy I say also I say na tia esa so bia ntimi entonsa emfa nhira na busua fu amanye today game anyame yade man I Saturday Abasono report on say kan nyina no sa Olympic myself for no so gaini I supporters and so our chess Italy our black club Saudi bi mo and some other some Milan nom and chess Juventus and chess so mo yakase for nyina no wo mo so say myself for no and I say we go for say I PH mom wo mo kan o makuma and some antro me say nya dia wo mo so betena ama interfor e de ne kan say Champions League gabesansa wo mo no tukrom wo ana mo be say I mo be trouble ana mo be trouble na fa ko say wo ya na dente antene say Copa Italia Wontumi anye ama na ne kan se league no eno so Wontumi antia monkwaje Champions League parade bia wo kroma enti de men se kan nyina sa yaba benya ni pa bi wo so se wo support Paris Saint-Germain wa bra nyame yarma Saturday sa game no eno enso maba cross our bra no pay no yere update na de kan nyina no enso ngate aba na onum se match na eno aba so ma Inter Milan team na Inter for no onsan ka bia nkana ya won ka bi o betimi fly enso community na wo ma kwakoloje omo ho to na bia tro ni ade enso akoso ne mom ansof ena ma chede ban nyina no na report on men say kan say Inter Milan for say omo fly na jeminya no sa na dwi wo ma say stay enso our Italy onsa wo mo campe our piano gentili na chesa ho ana Inter for no wo mo so ayo mo campe no na chesa piano gentili ahona boboku a ye fer say Inter na dwi wo mo so abada adeche Friday na ana Inter ever fly and somebody akwa Germany no ma kwa prepare the following day no wo mo game against boboku a ye fer say Paris Saint-Germain and no and some atimi abaso ntano aya itinerary si chewa brano pay no ye de ebe na mo dua mu no report am say kan say aye manager fer say Simone Inzaghi ono and ye say odisa order and some am ye word am use here and some aye order ni say bia manager na request ono and aye in charge ona be che say bia ye call na and abeboa and say bia coach na be ti coach no ye so the order am say na wo ma spend aye night no I watch some training grounds and say nyame ya doma watch na am so fly and some akwa Germany our planning no and some aye different interfor no wo ma so ateba na reporter men say kan say akwadana ye fa Benjamin Pava and some our interno and am say why ready afere ne ho to no ama German say kan nyina no say aye squad Inter Milan nyame ya doma watch na wo mo so be fly and your community kan akwadana ye fa say Benjamin Pava and some about squad no mo ebesine yes manager no Robi ntimi nkase bia wo be start anase bia we ebe ko be chesesa wo mo plus pre chance amebimo ensom disappointing no it is a disappointment abani nyina na yeso obi ntimi mfano se sele bon kase bia wonom aye starter gise bia Lautaro Martinez and Marcus Thuram nom and bia be kaso mo de wo mo som aginam bia Nicolo Barella nom wo mo som anabo mo makani nyina no ebe die passe bia be kasa wo de wo so all start nyame ya Saturday aye game na area tia boboku a ye fan say no ensom aye Paris Saint-Germain na mama aye PSG wo bokuro mo anwa wo mo so lighting your supporters na ye kan so mo ye ultras na bra wo mo ko ba bia Eiffel Tower e wo no e ho ana Paris Saint-Germain supporters wo mo nie eno na to a chese lighting nom ani ade pyro techniques and fire flash ni nyina no eno so die banners e wom a chese no Paris Saint-Germain wo mo ultras na say wo mo support my team na ansa na nyame yarma Saturday wo mo game no ensom abaso ebiam city council area atwatwa say nyame yarma on a day and I Saturday ebe no wo mo say Eiffel Tower wo mo lighting no Paris Saint-Germain wo mo colors aye red and blue abacho say bibi koso awo kromo bibi koso awo wiase eno aye bobo kwaro say PSG wo mo som agina kono eno anajo a chese dasuom yentie de makakra eno som across our Eiffel Tower wo mo ultras no ekogina nchen mo a na chese omo ye fireworks yentie kakra ema ye tifo enano pay ensom awo shoro so ye kan wo kan sa meri abatu dwapen amama ka cho sa ma so tim no shabo glam ya kwara no mo fa no aye Luis Henrique on somebody abatu dwa aye some weeks ago amama ka cho sa boy no wo ba besina kan ama Inter Milan mom Inter for agina koninti wo ma shara ma nyoma ni nyina kronche serebe a wo mo wie Saturday final game and send announcement no and some abana woman and Marcel Arrechi agreement aye 23 million euros and I amount ebe pm almost bonus no and some additional 2 million I report to me say kan sene nyina kamumwa na just 25 million ana kwadawe wo be feche ediama boboku a ye fare some Marcel our movie and some area ko Inter Milan 5-year deal and a bonus abesane na report to me say kan say wo mo 10% enso ayenia ye fa no se yebete e de free sa 25 million mo na 10% na enom aye de attack kan se bia aye onward aye chese transfer ya de nyina no mete se emu 5% ebeko ediama Botafogo womum awo brozo because akwada no we brozo ni ba some 5% abeko ediama aye Botafogo no remaining 5% abeko ediama bobokua ye fa no se trust pesos omo enso abaje another 5% this answer ni training club enso eno no wom se we aye percentage awa bra no man negotiate dada eno ye the year 2020 awa bra boy no enso abadwane Marcelo ho ana ko ba se Saman training nyina no wom so man negotiate ye enso ngare 29 10% on beche adiama chese ne former teams ni mienu a enom aye de former so de ba wonsam no ye de twetwa enano pay enso awo shoro so coach na ye fano se Antonio Conte eno me beka se bibia betumi yes because manager meeting akoso ma che no 9 awa bra 4 am meeting last day 4 hours ama me de nyina na ma eno ase ya na jeminya no no pay ni say me catch you say wo mo twese bia Conte no enso e de answer ba bia within by 24-48 hours bia was Conte ma omote eye nenka na jeminya no say negotiation na omo ne Kevin to Branya enso aye ni nyina no wo mo catch you Kevin to Branya say manager no ebe stay because I want me din commercial memrana mama ye djuma from out dia coach ban and I make Kevin to Branya man no baba ye djuma nti yes wo mo catch you Branya say Antonio Conte ebe stay Conte ebesta no pay no report amenya no sa Aurelio De Laurentiis awa no aye president and some arma Napoli team no yeso propose say odi an contract crown no more dada no wo mo ebe adjust no wo mo adjust dia na so automatically usika sam no ye be pajam ama sika no and some akosoro serebe a wo be stay akosoro ye djuma and some adama Napoli and some now there report amenya no say the enra medi kan ba tu kan na no pay no when I update us Nigeria aye situation em ewa brown sam no ye de ebana jaminya no say ori mfare say elitari ewa AC Milan no ansam be ka so no eba so de mass Allegri eba coach boboku a ye fare AC Milan na no pay ye so omo so ye meeting na omo so meeting no elitari wono ana ori mfare say Massimiliano Allegri ansa Allegri coach Milan pay 11 years and ye na just after 11 years no was come back to AC Milan na ye so omo so come on omo din come on and no I 3-4 hours na say more than 3 hours no mo so da so kasa chese ne nkoma ba so nkoma ne mo no wo mo nyina reach agreement say and sanitary I so mo drafted contract of 3 years ama coach na ye fa no some Massimiliano Allegri 3-year contract in the season bi ano wo mo man 5 million euros a plus bonuses and no aye sika manager and some abache jamensa kan nyina no sa wono obe sign contract no and so adiama similar na wa brene wo mo wenum se manager no ba wo be sa bode amane man so akokama and so adiama team no wa brene no pay no and no aye kakra ba no omo branch na ye fani Tio Hernandez mete so yes Saudi fani ni aprepa na Al Hilal omo and the aba batum sa branch na ye fani se Tio Hernandez no wo mo so abeso mo dereko na mama ye fani Matteo Retegi masa wo somebody can't kasam woman pe Vlahovic abiem na omunya Holland club pe mama fosi an ene omfa aye Vlahovic amaje Rasmus Hojlund na fe mo se Manchester for be come why there who ja Holland kwai na wo kwaje Vlahovic aba che se de wo shampa bona mian na no send it line in atum no che so mo tiri ba se anya kra kra so mo tiase en so mana sa do ba so na me ka say no boy ne dia me say kan say Juve anya show interest abo boy no mo woman so no be sa akoda no woman so ani ni wie serebe a woman so ababa beto so adiama saida ye fa no say no ansom aye chese Juve na Atalanta sam no aye Stefano Pioli awoye coach ansom arama Al Nassr Ronaldo coach na woman so mo sake no omo jane kran because on to aso biem ono ana jamensa kan nyina no say woman be so mo de Atalanta dwumadie no ansom arama coach no already on Al Nassr our contract until 2027 no mom medical abatu to just woman about Tina, Metesa Pioli, Ayobi Atalanta for no, and some Monitana Pa, Mamma Bamuchina, Quadana Fanasa Jonathan Ta. Na Yedikan catch us at Ta, Ababa, woman some of the club or championship, and Jonathan Ta, and a Bamuchin Fourier was signing 4-year dono at the call 2029. Jonathan Ta, Abasa JC number 4, not just number 4, and no, Anna Bama Sobashana, what you see, Kanyama Bobokua, your father said Bamunchin, Ewa Brown, some nano payno, yet the update, the Akanino, and some Albana, number 4, now branch of us say, when I'm performing. More now, or 3 year pass on commando. I am very positive. I know full say Obama, but also Adama Bamunch and Ababua. I'm a new man, some fine as Adia Manitina, Baba Baninano, Wababa Yereno, who are concordant at the Abua manager. One of some other Yajuma Brene, one over for a company Munano, and some Ababa Yajuma Den, and no, and some Anon Yabasuna Sedwak. Mamma Veneso Junior video no, outside Nano Yabato Jassa, Wakako Shuti, Ayatas and Nike. Also, a advert at the moment Vinicius here. I don't want bonnet to say police watch channel. Now, when any picture keke, any video keke, all said the ocean a room. And I watch shadows and say, be a Jasana, what put out team that you show him Takanasa, watch a Klaus anymore. Who say be on Sumania, Biabosome, and some appear Ebiata say, some Abba and Sunny Marinano, Jamaica Canasa, 94 Madania, Kama Crahano, yes, Chronum, I saw Gonzalo. Now, Sao Gonzalo Hono, and I say, professionals, trained. Now, the old are drone. Sa come on, I can say drone, and I just almost saying. Romania, you can say, Omani Korean, not just a drone in Nano, where you hundreds of synchronized. Your drones are just sending in our copy. Ya practice ya much as I don't know, and some Fanomadia G. Ora, your father said Vinicius Junior, and some anim our Broadway, and so I jam say, Biba Sirium Nachapa, or my yet ya shark, and Munamo Abracoday, and Dasso and a Nike phono, and a yet hundreds of drones are woman synchronizing in our papa panel, and no, I know the idea be to say about Vinicius, no, and some at a Darium, I had the update at a Jacano, and some demo nano pay. But can nano say Juventus, I catch a remark for the say, and young Kamoma Endrick, and Renamum, Mecatros Omanchum, Sabia Dunum, I outright, and I Sabia, woman some of Endrick, I'm on a couple loan, I'm a Timono, Womanchum, but I pay according to Calcium Marcauto, Jomo Canning Anza, Endrick, Adiano. Nanka omo panasan kebi akwadane mana onobo loan ama jufi na latest I mean you say womo ba akwadane na chese boy no na entura just say onko yodum adea sa akwadane nim na wonim no otena Alonso no onya bi mo Ancelotti am onya bi amosa Alonso no so kwa no abeya because ono kwa no onhyena nchiwundi encheni anka onko juve no onkobo lo na sansere mo na obon nyina no wano so mbetimi a shine ama de menya no so mo bon nyina so and so some Enra Mecatros Angelo Stila Wano Ayobia Tony Cruz and Cassana recommend here report to Benson Cancer Bueno Giuseppe Abasa 40 million euros be and some come and Sana Angelo Stila Ababe number 6 other players omunyina and so I am made for the Sabeshoko remarried for any Bresseria di Caria to Casa or Panino Abasu Sheki a transfer market in Muabene was a fan of Cotadiano and somebody Ashana Cotana your phone is Alvaro Carreras and pay made an update about to draw sports bite and I may catch up said the Enra made to just a Jesse more to buy our clause and Sana much more than a club or championship no latest Aminia NSA by any sikana ebedru be say 50 million euros no unum say me te say Alvaro Carreras ankasa yes boy no inform me Benfica company for say Madrid aba untiminka no Madrid aba untiminka say me say bo one season also to asra womunya no kwan wankwa tintintiniti bia say bia me dabi boy no akoka champion for say wabaso join bobo kwa say Real Madrid tinai ayare say boy no ababa na oyobia na manager for say Xabi Alonso no wano som afolo na che emperor tema no yedjuma about no fear Liverpool ni nyina no wonum say no reference Alonso and some amonita kwatana ya for Alvaro Carreras Carreras and a boy Abamanti Shadia Alonso Abamedica catcher Transfer Market Obenya say 1 year to Pebia Jaman Saturday or no manager no one also any budget to Din Heisen one Denaba Carreras or the sign Macacho say Ida Sabia and answer by Otenaria. I was say announcement about Ebium I Trent Alexander Arnold also the Enchebia one of some other scientists so far there answer defense one Makuma Kumiensa manager Fanasa Shabia Alonso Ebenya and answer the Pebia almost I yet demanded to do resource no status at Chiana or Bo Yamwa Obon said Adiano and some assistant to coach so far saying is our requesting now. Woman so young Juma and some other man only Sabasa Kodana, your friend Mark Banal, I call him sex bo. Hey, Namiana Bueno at 2018, I'm Sandra Chukrana. What 2018 licenses. Akolani ni emsena wo pray about betwika ntem omonde lami yama munyina wontimi travel because unya 18 said ya Ghana mrana tiasa unya 18 na wontimi ntwaba no unya 18 na wontimi drive unya 18 na wontimi champena na so 14 15 basa wo bugina mo de tasan kwarawe ensom adwom na so party boy no wanya gene driver's license amana okasane nyina no ensom update abel msa bonsa wo mo ba movie ade akọ yeah, just a new come new. Namom report to me yansa Monju kono. Yes, pitch no grass na ka so me say on bra. Yes, cow. Enti omo menka answer now somewhere last week me be ka say wo man sha say yi enioma ni bi. Also every Monju at the call aye come new because ni nyina no enioma ensan ye. Wo mo mba hia on be use. Me just a pitch we no wo man so mo yi at the call Ciutat Esportiva. Baby abasa aye mo training say be a wo man so betimi dey pitches ni bi esanse bi aye dada or some replace we no wo boka ene ye nti unya ho sa akwa emfama council no dabi yenya no sento mo do ma de be ko enum aye de frimo ensom na de aba okay sir manager for wo bia us aye highline ana coach no bona wo ka mo gamba akwa against via wo na near check VAR, almost say outside. No more call we should go. Near check VAR, almost say outside. Almost say via washer 3 outside goals. Nina no VAR. I can't so no. Yes, one of boys and start to say one more Jerry Sandy dinner coach in Edeban Edefapa. And to the year said the last man standing was from Obasenke. One on the line now. One more some Adron Lucas, one Pabuano cry. Opponent no Babasa for so choice in Yankee Pena will lose in the position. I'm say a game against your Taffy. Now Bobby Shay Yankee man, Yamian Mukwenye, not just an worshiper. And your sense of flick at his others. Oh, Mema one Namubium say, Jensen, and I better answer Jensen crowd free retirement to Mobile or work out some money 2 weeks. We're by training more than 2 weeks. Through that marriage and Kodama Kodana Koswat. Some mistake and go now. Yes, American fan what just Wama Chelsea, I'm a demo one shot. I don't know about me up one coming and some out the Tababasa for now. Say, and I'm on to Ronald Araho, Manan Kona, Araho boy a cat. Yes, so I center back. So will be I central defender defensively. I'm not also at the judge. Now, about it defensively, yeah, the defense per Casama. Boy, what they kind of cry? Our so Dabi, and no so much as we are so fanina. What were your center back? I was so a child could have a tune team here. One some Arahono, I had the fastest center back, and some of our assassins today. You're born with high intensity. I could only hear one, and I'm saying more about our Serpentania Bama, Monshamasa Pomuso, and Yamia Manesses with Janam, our Brasiana, Modokone, I am on Penifoni, woman some come some now player. You find some Marcus Rashford, when you bounce on my way, say, because when the boss and want me too much, what is our number for 4? I will bounce a local room to say, be a Kodana Fanasa Lamin Jamal, one in the Kapa, and it's just a president, and yet the now 4 and it's our best to Bueno, and a swopa. Now, clubs in more now the office about bar. Now, Rashford about to baby, what was it? Yes, Bueno say, I a bouncer and only bouncer, and all that's what ball, and performance of food, de kebia nka wo plan B2 Luis Diaz on IHS a prime target na mom ebia Diaz asking price no wo ntumi dia and a rush no omehe but dem say kan say adeɛ baako ɛyɛ coach no ɛne sporting director ne de asa bɔna yɛ ama de perfect sɛ Barca na no pɛ so okuni ho ɛnso de ma Barca ɛno yɛ 1 and after 2 ɛnso ɛno sɛ Hans Flick ɛyɛ dabare because the versatility ansa otimi ball left wing otimi ball right wing otimi ball as a proper number 9 ɛna akɔda no so otimi ball ɛno ɛna ama manager no so ne yɛ agye wa brene ɛbɛtimi aba sɛ bibi akɔ kamadia ɛne Rashford ɛyɛ obi a no dwumadie no wɔn nso ɛbɛtimi aba bɛtoa so ɛnso ɛde ama Barca tim ne mom memfa wantwa so ɛwɔ Barca so ɛne yɛnkɔ other stories ɛmudia Lamine Yamal sika sɛm no mea na ne bɛto dwa ka kyerɛ wo sɛ ɛna akɔda no bɛso bɛyɛ the highest paid player make a new team kra so na Lewandowski mu bɛte asɛm sɛ bɛma ɔmo de no atwa mu na ɛna me no ka sɛ bɔne sika na mebɛka sɛ ɛyɛ 8 million euros net yɛte bibia wi ɔbɛnya 8 ne mom yɛnti bibia gross ɛyɛ 60 million euros no meka kyerɛ wo sɛ based on modern ball bɛbɔ goals all bɛhyɛ Ballon d'Or bɛgye titles bɛgye ɛbɛma boy no when ɛbɛba bɛ the highest paid player ɛde ama Barca na ɛmparfo no tutum sɛ ampa De Jong ɛne Lewandowski ɛde no deɛ atwam ɛyɛ extraordinary bibi na baayɛ ɛma saa nneɛma no sinema mafiri no akurei sɛ wona wo so yɛ Leo Messi wona yɛ Ronaldo wo ba Barca bɛma wo magye ɛnkyɛn Lamine Yamal ɛma no nyɛ yie saa de no kwade ɔmatwam sune ebi si wɛtafiri no akurei player bia bɛdwa no Barca bia fa hyɛ ɔtirim sɛ Lamine Yamal ɛba bɛgye sika no ɛnsom akyɛw ɛno ɛyɛ sɛ the new ɛyɛ salary structure Barca fa nsom ɛde bɛyɛ adwuma to breakdown nie biribia akɔ kama bonuses a wɔde ahyɛm sɛ hyɛ goals sei ebia boane ne title wei Ballon d'Or saa ne ma no nyinaa bɔ mu deɛ a Lamine Yamal bɛgye 40 million euros a season. Hakwada 17-year-old 40 million. I just am breaking it down a month. I get 3.3 million euros. Now okay, 770,000 euros. Dako 110,000 euros. 1 hour 4,583 euros. 1 minute I get 76 euros. And a second 1.26 into keke that's almost by phone no aha sano Lamine Yamal sika no and some nebesia ko e wa bra won sam nyina no ye de eba mama 7 year team na what don say boss so the ball kwa 17 aye dey wo huri wo ye twu ni kana huri wo so go chesi ma 17 ko bobo so mo ye ni twu so boy wo mo ampa wa mo wo boss so mama 7 year for no Sevilla for to say, oh, ready or moment Gemna, congratulations, El Quadiama, our former player. Your friend Enzo Maresca, what J. UEFA Conference League in na. William so be a bobo pay. Eliama Sevilla, and my catch of crasser, was a go. I was near Cancer Seville Derby, Adiatia, a Bobo Carlos Betis, and maybe was a go at my Sevilla matches, a cap sending a dealing in Ano, woman from Aswabiati, Sevilla for a ball, woman former player Baswa. Say, yes, say, Real Betis. Omu team no eyo omu ya ana omu kobisa owu fo no se Anho Haro na chese Angel ana no na Angel Haro a chese kan Anho aye Haro no mu bisa Robertis a president ne sa won se Sevilla fo posti e bo aye omu former player na wo ye coach Enzo Maresca omu bonaba so every president na no ai se no omu nyina na ti kroma wo mo bonaba so amenso me bo Sevilla fo ba so sa wo mo survive relegation o se Sevilla so to 17 for enti kaka de na komo relegate wo mu fi La Liga yet Robertis wono anasa Sevilla for no to survive ye kan so relegation eno and a president so say na omo boss Chelsea abaso ene Maresca abaso a ono so bo ma abaso wo mo so survive relegation a wo mo so ankoba bia me no ka se manager ye for Enzo Maresca say wo man kwada no 10 days obi ankwaje na home enti 10 days I count from after 10 days and a Chelsea woman resume training now woman so prepare club world championship no and some dominant our branches and a junior woman party am about see by 4:30 no more that switch woman into 10 days no and no off days and Kodanos wonya woman kwa chele and Chelsea and Italian managers no Enzo Maresca Gianluca Vialli Carlo Ancelotti Antonio Conte Maurizio Sarri and we reference Roberto Di Matteo woman in Abapa Yana trophy at Tabanti Chelsea and Italian manager Sawariano and some Agusu Alcoso Shark. Mami coach and Farsa Maresca Emra after the game was saying Gentia was started boys Nibi Emma Bimutina bench and say you can't be true just Robert is on last game Friday and no more fine Chelsea Super game Sunday and as a game no now I am very vital at Chelsea team no one more qualified champions league Ghana here and uncle about 100 minutes into that number is Nibi Brebre and into NML no ma but their shield no and it's just be a malo gusto money a day and some starting tonight there first half number 2 Amanabo Ebe Peja. Essence Omanya 2 days rest more at the change Chelsea. Yentil coach na Yefer Enzo Maresca Enra after the game.
A little bit the way we play first half, and the reason why is because I said 2 weeks ago that in football you cannot give any advantage to any team. I think between us and them 48 hours has been big difference. Friday they had the game where they were playing for nothing, no any target. We play 100 minutes Sunday until the last seconds to achieve something important. So I expect a little bit. Then I think we adjust something tactically half time, but especially we changed something. And second half we were much better, and we are very happy. I expect a little bit the way we play first half, and the reason why is because
I am some manager and I to Ganamum. What was on a title? Yeah, what G again? I was showing him say bet me. I and some Adiama Chelsea Bobo Conan was say what did they about? I was away and some I start Adama Chelsea. One was Ankanko was away and so be before for Abessans the moment. We bet me at the title to say no. I starting point and some Adama Timno Yenti and some Maresca Wabra Enra. What's your conference?
can be a starting point. To build a winner mentality, you need to win games, you need to win competition, and for sure the trophy we won tonight is going to make us better. But also I'm very proud about the path or the journey we have done in the Premier League. That for me is the most difficult competition in the world. You have to be consistent. It's 38 games, and this player they show during this. That's why after Nottingham Forest, my outburst was a little bit, exaggerate. But the reason why is just because in 38 games you need to be consistent, and with young squad, I mean the youngest squad in the history of Premier League, it's something unbelievable. Hopefully, can be a starting point. To build a winner mentality, you need to win games.
Yeah, the MIA for an anno pay. I was shown so report. I mean, say Chelsea. I'm a key inquiries. Sir, Kwadana Fanasa, Victor Gyokeresh, and Yabiana wants something to say. Woman so moon said a bonus situation. Ebia, the last few days down Dylan is at here, and Yabia Baho, Bueno, Abaswa, yet or wine or Baswopo, and some other man up a Champions League ball. And I said, Dear Baswa, Jaminian, sir, inquiries, Lina, and Cossa say, I'm son of Pamela Betruka say, Liam Delap, Omo Julius Aquadano, one young common essence of Champions League, and Tabia Chelsea, Ever Fanny National, one sans of Victor Gyokeresh, Ediano, one of some Sabas Diano, and some other social Ewa Brano Pano, I update, but Chelsea Aquadana, your father Sir William Estivao Aquadanim Bob. Hey! Na enwo bone last game na jugo bi akwara ne sa short to zamadu ekemo de mu aduma yo na akwara no mu jane kran no na jo say we wa bone last game ama eya bobo kwa fa sa Pamerash na mom wo ma so mo chese on Chelsea enko club world cup no Chelsea for say wo mu be hia no e wo ho sa Pamerash e ba club world cup no bi enti Chelsea e be hwa akwara ne modon ba wo be sampo e ma Pamerash e wo no mom oyobi anyame yare ma in Chelsea and Yakadano and some other Juma and no Ayakadana Falsa William Estivawa, Woman Janet Quade Chess and Atadia Diato, Aya Glass at Jamano and Yadinano, Woman some Ayadama Brand on you, and Woman Janet Craft for and no Aya William Estivawa answer the Arsenal. Woman Ria Martins will be meant to Dominion and another Pensa, woman the arrangement, Egu Communiano, woman the Gucom Serbia Band 1 and visa 2 review and medical and no and some Arabasund Arsenal Zubimendi Ebenyaba Andrew Beta Diano Metis Andrew Beta Ebese when in Tamafa Zubimendi we are not a Victor Gio Keresh and so Abesansa woman in Tama Chelsea free and so do Sika El Kwakwa answer Ebana Sika Emsa Wontumi Chelsea Fono and Rocky Schroeder squad abi on the how metete and Thomas Somayan in Tam Serebe boy no and some other banner Mami Neme Liverpool for far Akurana your father so for one third na Nima na waboga Maria na Adriana Mubuzansa na wa unde Europe dia ko unma Akurana your father for one third also Dabi onim no ana musina onim Jama Musiala onim no pa na Musiala de onim bobo we're a great player just I crack now did you ever see a can players at that Tibiano almost so big phenomenal so Musiala about one of the greatest as our Dutch Bonomo not just a washi Liverpool Quadana one more turn in a go so on 10 and Kata let's Liverpool for one Vietnam more far almost package by 150 million or number that 7 juniors when in the Biakra what do you cheer him at Kakrabi Wabra Wamubusano woman to Johnny Reinders and they don't agree a personal test make da and shall send a catch us a bueno need to bomb or a swan manager fancy Pep Guardiola Juma can be also woman your personal terms Man City woman first of for Ekoi rejected second of for Ekoi rejected similar for say woman kind of third of a third and Ebano Mobano Moncaru Sabia in a region of Bayer 65 million euros Modeba Mamon San Consama Mayena and I did that massa 65 million no and I say you be a chance to be a city for you and some other tossum yes Abako Metis a kai good doing Wakoko drew a year just a turkey now almost say Galatasaray and I say kai good one so come on Wakoko di a Foman Quadia one some other to me yesterday Bobokua you found a Man City Papa no what I saw your Juma den Onum Leon Wamako Dana you found a Ryan Shorky ono so mpia pa na pepper so anya make contact ko wo mo so mo de boy no abeka aye squad no ho enso adema mansi bobo ko serebe a wo mo so ebe mia o squad no mo na wo kai se player ye fa no Jordan Henderson wo fi Sunderland and a bar aye Liverpool o mo to no 20 million pounds make I wo mo to no 20 million aba Liverpool supporters atem na ai anama ko to we 20 million pounds bobo no oba ye krana na the first season Shadan fine Nana Chesa Mochama Tonquam Omushan Papa na Sunderland essay Woman Samba Swama Domo former player and Eba report to Mensa can so free Ayas Eba back now Obesina Kanama Sunderland our Premier League Nemo as Sansa Oma Gani promotion Yamia Duma next season Sunderland and Yakasafono and some Bessian into way Woman Swama Sandra by our branding and so I update Eba on Semino yet Emma Yetel for an pay I was sure to see Ronaldo. What's that? Akobuko or do I do but to be as well Kohilal on Casabo be also better Kohilal. Now, Senior Saudi, yes, sir. I'm over some Nobisa say, Nasa for listening to Uber share Alanim, Afrianko, Aya Hilal. Nanka obatiyanka pa wo obatiyanka ani yesi Hilal for so say Wontumi yahu tena Hilal kocha ya for so hore Jesus akradie wakoka say mo ye papa say Ronaldo baye ana mutim na gu ana Wontumi nte trophy na man qualify Champions League no kwa no wobesen ko hu Al Nassr without see Ronaldo nankwa ya ball amobebo boy ne man na motesan be nam obaye odum batiji kuruwa bi ni ade bi mu kuro ya ana team and will go today Wobesu Nassr without see Ronaldo na fe you won say the adiano and some Besia Koshak mami bi any influence na fe new to mana yento aso real quick live on Wontumi 101.3.
Both of those pieces of news are pretty false. I've never turned down Nigeria, and I've never had any conversations with them to say that I will be going to Nigeria. At the point of last season where there was a little bit of conversation, I told the club obviously I just wanted to focus on club football. I was in the last year at Fulham, and I just wanted to have a solid running at Fulham, and now I'm at Chelsea in my first year, which I wanted to concentrate on again, and I think now is going to be the time that I need to make a decision.
Yeah,
first goal. I don't want to say I could post to Aquara. It's not Pongboro. I'm saying, against the Baba. And also, me try 4-1. Now me call I said to score. The first goal bad I'm say 2. But her comment you know masa wo dia bro wo dana wo game no won ti ase na den afi ba no mo asa ma ba
ka sen tabrewa o tabre sen tabrewa
say do bre no die ni yam go
wo se die e chacha ni ji anase
na Mike kan menya pampers sika enye ezo na no make auto na auto bi
kan wadi o be nya ne dia
na make auto diapers
na tabre or wa tabre u je fisi la ona su
no hera banoma afi no no be nya ne dia oba ya no attack me o wala
81 and then go sway
na me nkunwie ukofie kram timba ho PG story ne inter game no story oh yeah na etwumadwe record the Champions League final no so na me busa me ho say Ebeka double Diama Lewe Enrique as a manager now I'm matching up Jose Mourinho in terms of the Champions League trophies. Jose Ajitu with Porto and then Inter Milan. Was Enrique Sudi Kaje trouble with Barcelona. Now Joe so also Ajitu, but we share in terms of pedigree. Babiana yedi Jose etono. Na babia Pep Guardiola, sorry, Luis Enrique so start here of free bay. I've been thinking so nya Inter Milan and I say PSG trophy no so more. Obenya the Champions League too, but it can also be double for Simone Inzaghi because when they kako final bako on Man City and also lusu we say so no so twice two different finals and also so entimi afa inside ka. One thing I mean about these two clubs and I say one club afena omahu enima biye I'ma try. I get a manager or very conceptual. But me share enema or field no so with on one casano ideologies without you the club giving him some superstars. He's a manager but me a build a player out of nowhere. Somebody like Dizadwe, all of these guys, they were hardly a household name before Enrique was signed on. But yeah, on command back say this season Europe nyina oyi squad back wa enche ebe fade off ebe spy ama project for start here akwa Inter Milan squad no they have an average age of 29.5 years almost close to 30. What it means in say Marco Anatovic enche obeko Mediterranean encho no so be free team no mu de akọ oba fifion ma Henry Mkhitaryan e be free team no mu de akọ Hakan Çalhanoğlu at some point obeko Francesco Acerbi central defense at the age of 37 omo push average age na mana kosoro somebody like Dumfries Damien omo nyina no you see say with time 2-3 seasons omo team akọ every club no. But Inter Milan by culture and by tradition so mo star no ese Madrid pa won tell who akra wa fefe bapa wo line up mo
na ya ma chance
won tell who this we are so matured no obodo osoro pansa na sabe o yakra benya biabo Inter they have always been parading squad omoni afipa you check the squad now even Jose DJ the Champions League get them on no ya will not be brave grown up players Pandev Samueleto Schneider Balotelli and a few guys been on the team no so Inter there culturally they've always been parading squads ya no more age in was but yeah Simone Inzaghi to me anye title yeah football wouldn't have been fair to the man wako final against City Pep Guardiola agenda for the first time for City. It is Pep su deserve kakra Man City su deserve and was about bio and wa be share Luis Enrique another Spanish manager and one about be share ha but per story the catch him say Simone Inzaghi would have to go all out and sign ultimate the Saka trophy against Luis Enrique ne at their PSG you know say Inter and left on performance pana there. Or we had DT Abasa Ocean Mate, hoping and nagging say opportunity PHB family. We have length of time to talk about that game. But the story that came out the course of Kakra. Mama move on, I mean, as if for me, they were mentally and Audi. And to be no one who's an man who stance and who bisa a free place and all. Something like awareness. What awareness was felt in the soda. But about Tonetta, you start discussing, no, yeah, where no, you say, have you seen concentration? But we see pace. And until every time Vinicius, a classical drive, but be Vinicius, no more the Araujo, because it can match Vinicius boot for boot in terms of pace. But if a pace in the American Antonche, yo, Deku, I mean, trust strategically. Football and politics come home. So one sharp sporting director, club in Nubi Yassem. And then a Deku became with the actual Barcelona for you for after Jonathan Ta to buy no a official.
Okay.
Okay, time Basa started the Jonathan Tachi.
Coach in a buyer now.
Yeah, I didn't come on see Jonathan Ta. Flick told him, say, no, I am bringing you on board. Me a German coach. I feel Yadima Bahasi. Who be to the key figures of my squad. Jonathan Ta or Holdi buying a son on a buying on to uncommon so.
Me.
But I think say buying for no or more a pay deal look a crack and a bassa for me a match fiscally. And no na akwa yes oh and yenye fast and bra back na me kan for aroho ye ho baby akomo na no yenye fast na me kan for aroho na da no na pressure wa aroho so no ade no me kan say is the fastest central defender and ya na de ka tu kwa free ase tam and I feel the pressure ba aroho so na say pressure na crack from after Benfica am for check Benfica games no goals at on it baby na aroho jina de no oye Borussia Dortmund goes no share no check these goals no baby na Araujo na de na oye so grass goes around the good night so I'm asking at then Jonathan Ta move we no and I deco oh Araujo you say club captain Nimrika you say it is true but I have never complained about Nimrika in any case central defender there and you 1-on-1 I say Omar game because now because say 1-on-1 he's good. Yes, it's the core part attribute of a central defender. Say 1-on-1 money in Chamunko. I feel now catch but okojina box in positional sense, the awareness and concentration that have been my problem with Araujo. Now make connected to Hansi Flick at the end make us one show you say Pep Guardiola Juma be for Barcelona no. He had a team fully built on an attacking gear. Full attacking engine every time or start pa or bow chromo or bow so. Hansi Flick is building a team in similar to the other Pep Guardiola, you know. So we lose ball na hotchino. Unkra ball na Pep Guardiola na team hotchino. So high line structurally who defended all of that. Defense a chrono na Inter Milan at the counter no the ball ko to yi Hansi Flick at the film. Now it might not be down to individual weakness. Okubasi say Martinez say Araujo say, but structural weaknesses and the cracks he has to repair them because counter attack. Dibasenya. Yo, okay, Di Maria go no against Puyol. Osai Kai Gary Bale ne Macbatra. Yeah. Now Kai Ramirez go now for Chelsea against Barcelona. Now Kai Fernando Torres go now Shetia Barcelona. All these situations in a Yibasa Frimu in a major situation. This is Di Maria against Puyol. Counter no
training man say
yeah, Puyol name we all look Puyol senior man. Why nyad kete. Ronaldo the ball too smooth counter attack. Now this is another situation. Shadrack I say nyad yamaye. We a Torres you know. And today, the team has been built on an attacking engine. But the Queen without the ball structure and my opponent and no. Barca hasn't gotten that code yet. Under Pep Guardiola, under Luis Enrique, and now under Hansi Flick.
So, strength now, and only your attack and some your weakness.
Who?
What Chessikaya? I see kind of
how is he going to solve the issue? Because and I'm not quantitative for any anymore. And I'm then call those goals to Nanabasa goals, and if you rightly fully put it, say what just second, the more you suffocate panel in the area, how many pressure, so also just space. They win the ball, and then so Osha in Tamalana, Basashe goes, but at the end, the moment me defending no, any moment ye Basa didn't free. My move fast. Chelsea ni Betis game no, I dare me suya say. Conference League na ba abeboa clubs be ebe left you mo clubs be on more yeah em say kanye we ase ha na obeji trophy because of the competitive nature football ISC no look Champions League oh say this season in command ye di nyina at some point we said say enikwa say Liverpool free mo per born no mo dey maye no enikwa say Liverpool mo call at that time no people were even say Liverpool Barcelona were the best teams okay yeah group phases no
because say Liverpool and lose game no more 100% record in the group phase.
Yes, but look at how they exited. So, oh, you beat Roma, oh, you beat West Ham, oh, you beat Betis, Champions League part proper there. And someone sounds to be Muda. West Ham, AS Roma. All those clubs are my bobo because what club? Why you only Europa no? So one Conference League now bought those clubs, and for that matter, coaches are so young. I feel no somebody like Maresca. Was so yeah juma na cha oh who trophy the crown on the inside there asum one ejema
Moise
you mean shout yaw look at Moise. You think Moise would have won the Champions League at some point in his career? David Moyes, I mean, spent 11 years at Everton, Manchester, Edmund Grace, and a better shape, big club. And to trophy there, especially the elites of the elites, you know, Moyes neka on kahon, but Conference League, you know, a man who say, oh, as a manager with my longevity and my sources, developing players, manya trophy back at the account. Now, apart from that, there are certain squads, I know we are young, they need sources to lift their strength. Back your Chelsea squad we. Squad no one winners. Who are the achievers?
Say Kupama with City.
I mean, he's just a peripheral figure.
So Rich James
with yes, with the Chelsea, no.
Korea, Spain,
with Spain. Euros, you know.
Yeah.
You mentioned them and then you leave the rest blank.
Enzo Fernandez.
Oh, the World Cup.
Argentina.
I mean, show ya.
World Cup then Copa America.
So, Miensa and Naya our boy, you know. They are pulling the other guys along the journey by winning the Conference League. So say Sancho waba, Kopama na obundi waba, no Nima Dueke, also waba Neto. They won in the colours of Chelsea. It's giving them enough strength. The next target on your conference beam. Next target on the EPL, the Europa League or the Champions League, and it would also propagate their growth as a club, as a young squad, and a very young manager. Mani aje dia mama Maresca, mani aje dia ma squad no, but ayame ya pa de ma Pellegrini ne Betis squad no. Ayame ya. Ano dia mi ama kumo mu dia na me kan. Enka production no. Ayame ya pa. Ana fa me catch on internet no say hey bra improve akumo no so by the day.
The guy was on my hold in
no, you should.
No, squad we bisa Mike. Oh, Fidada, na make say coach na me about do baby a dream.
Yeah.
Because Obia, you best start this season. Obia ma Chelsea that chance.
That's true.
Yet almost started so more bona results in the AC corner. But on one met here.
Yeah.
Oh, Mr. Bray.
I could do that.
I know some of the open bars, open top bars from Malaysia.
Jack, on back of like United. So was our on back movie.
I want to use the quote to get it out. The elbow.
On back have seen a boy now. Your share go no him Nidino. Your friend of Mama Le Wayne. The Kojo Casale. No,
almost our Guerrero with him.
I want Guerrero.
I still United.
I have a video number.
I don't want Pana.
It's really a trophy parade. I like that.
We are more ginger.
16th, no that. But I am quite.
I said, Obi the product for program, but I can't. Employees anyway no good. No more year street a jam. No more year now. Say to any United they bought the rules on my back.
15th position trophy parade.
I said
the way you back your town.
By schedule for
and that's be across one share them few or more.
Why you come on Juma? O man you tell me.
No, Asia for Malaysia for war stadium no. One year one day omo Man United players no.
Hey,
I'm walking out of the stadium.
Yeah,
serious.
Oh yes.
Tottenham crowd flag it like we want country school.
Sa omo muti kroma omo ni mama le wen. Omo ni no mama le wen.
Na Milos kilos there.
Fufu no.
And I want Milos kilos.
I can't wait for this to start.
I can't.
How Shout out first I picture
Say I'm the story me
Yo
am
kita nyam no no.
me am here fida
Wala ka wase.
beza enko
Obese ka so no mebo.
Let's see how you want me kasala. Okay, so Bob the Builder shall you say. It's a hello. Fancy my for. Now I think sir the borderline of every single team Anna and necessarily boil down on the amount of quality players or especially individually. Because me obi ameji to me is so individual players na team no o come nyina bom na team get the best out of them then there's a huge problem. Per the signings are not Chelsea doing the transfer market, to be very honest with you, there are few of them are not mere Chelsea standard. Few. Maduke Munya Chelsea standard. Assembly na to Chelsea. And baby or find yourself now some of these signings they have to do. But I think there were some two signings be the pressure about team especially Moises Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez. For the said amount of money Chelsea you for mobile. And you could see say those two players and expectations will be different because of the amount of money they got on mobile. But I think say for quite some games now, it may be crying na Enzo Caicedo yeah. So there were a lot of complaints. They said I don't know man in country, I don't know about country issues baby. But I think the last few games, Maresca Mebo Nabaso say he has been able to find a way for Mumi, to fit together in a setup where things are working for them. And I think it deals with the change of role, especially for Enzo Fernandez. And the setup where the fullback will always invert to become the second pivot. Edema Chelsea, if free Enzo Fernandez, maneko any more, manitimi yani oma bebe. But Omumi no na semne dan cheno. E wo bre bia club bia take you off said you take this discussion. And I think sir this moment in time will be very important in Chelsea's history. Either say they cannot grow from this, and I say they will become much more better after this. Because I believe the solid foundation of winning culture and mentality has been set with the Conference League. No credit the Conference League the Kenya Chelsea standard. But the reality actually say I want Chelsea Gina CC. Tina de Biameka same way say they are facts and their realities. The fact is Chelsea standard Champions League. Expectations around Chelsea now was low. But the reality is baby almost find it almost self any team they rebuild my year for quite some time almost level in the Conference League That is the reality. But reality no so now bet to me they improve yourself, they are setting the tone to become much more better and return to your standard. It's the Conference League now Chelsea ageno. Me to me I idea trophy ni GNA shada nyewu because the reality of Chelsea baby omoda. But the man adiwe ya hunwa say it could be the catalyst. Say a bit me the Chelsea akwa could do a different level with project now to bully abefa team now or day. And I make say the take-off point for Chelsea and Roman Abramovich near the Carabao Cup. Jose Mourinho Bayern or the Beji. What we hear Chelsea 2002-2003 under Claudio Ranieri. That team was solid. I would declare as signings Nibi Kra Jose Mourinho be the one be in 2002-2003. Frank Lampard Munina before. And so Jose Mourinho be for team But fancy share. Sa results no munya and photo to after so much the Carabao Cup in the Beji League in the Chelsea and HBM. So it is always important to realize the moment you find yourself in winning a certain trophy. Me dey be ameka Manchester United there. Omodi trophies no moje ne kwa. Sebi adwimi anta achiri. Say a high take off point. The money man so much season and trophyless. But how to move from that stage to a different level is what matters. Jurgen Klopp buy the Europa League final meboa. Obori no say there be we have a take-off point we need to move to the different level. And Obeje Carabao. So there were points moving the core. So anytime you win a trophy where factually It is not your standard. But in reality, you are supposed to be there. And also, you know, that particular moment, you know, and done every single thing around your project, around the mentality, around everything. Fancy, this is where Chelsea finds themselves. On my side, one, consistency. Two, the quality of players you add to the team. Baby, I'm working on players need be on ma after 2 or 3 second season. We also must be quiet. Madrid, money, some boys need be on more for monko. Omunko tonton, omunko fa players be experienced 1 or 2, 3 be some from Befra. But they actually say Wontumi more chance in the when you want to move to a different level, there are certain players you need to sacrifice. Omar Barada Kasemi say, "Oh, your team may do maybe a first 2 seasons, you know. Who do certain stage where some players beyond my, you have to allow them to leave. And also John Mokwan because value you know. Then you bring in an experienced quality. Your players become when young, but they have so much experience. Because Chelsea team now here and around fancy. If they are going to move to the different stage, they need a proper center forward. Salavia no more na injury situation in Mwakodana. They could literally sell him and bring in another midfielder.
Andre Santos eba.
Andre Santos mukrapo.
Andre Santos eba na that sporting guy no mo foul ni Giovanni Quenda no. Amugu.
And the center back role no. Amu here another.
Mario Hiller of Lazio.
Oh, they need I'm a goalkeeping. Center back because Guardiola on member City team ni so ni omo transfers. Oba 17-18 no. Okofa when by Claudio Bravo me boa. Oba na say Claudio Bravo no after 1 season or 2 seasons them one no. But betu jo hatu. Ojomi enu nyina kwa na okofa this in them. And ekura me no ka say this in club e dey.
Yeah.
Level now Chelsea are moving on. Now they've absorbed the reality. They will need to come out of the reality and face their standard. If they are to face their standard, the core of the team in Chelsea are building. Aka basani na kakrebi because core they are there Enzo ni baby ako. We are there Caicedo ni baby ako. We are there Nicolas Jackson ni baby ako. We are there Kopama ni baby ako. Pedro Neto muna what's some bench players. Yanfa Madueke munko pre. Nicolas Jackson is better off even coming from the wings. Get a solid striker, center back, and you'll be good to go. And I think, sir, how they'll move on from this stage in a better say, Todd Bowley muy ambitious and also muy ambitious. Because fancy, baby a project in a Bruno. And you can say Chelsea should look back again. They will need to carry on and move further up the table.
And may I feel the Champions League qualification a day. Transfer no like Newman said
that is it
because someone qualified there come the
same strategy
but
now the platform na set it platform na set it da ho Emma de ba kwa na Enzo Maresca type complaining power on the press conference and he said team the to be a mentality the winning mentality in the winning environment or no even including getting leaders in the dressing room. Emma Chelsea players need to be crowd sorry can say oh that who leaders for dressing room now. But this is the moment they will need to carry on. Congratulations to Chelsea. And I think say Todd Bowley baby I would do say no the ambitions in this baby na finish so also me ehunu so ye because Roman Abramovich take you off no ahwe na he played Champions League final upon final. He won the Champions League. He won the league 2 times. 1-2 Sabeji League in South West be third. Esa di Antonio Conte Sabeji League or GG League in sa. Away from Chelsea. Shadie. Now we say Manchester City a room to the market per Ryan Sheki. Omo per Ryan Sheki. Na Ryan Sheki sika semne no hono we say Manchester City it fits so well say ombetimi akwakofan. Already City are speaking to Tijani Reinders. You close to say Manchester City beat me for Tijani Reinders. But fancy, the issue here say Guardiola, is this the biggest rebuild that obey of Manchester City? Fancy, because I think after 2017-2018, this is the biggest rebuild I see Pep Guardiola doing away Manchester City. But I think he's also touching certain positions. What did you be saying? I say. Or yeah, you need BM sa won a chiwo. because me check Manchester City at one now. Edison, likely so be free Manchester City. City will need a replacement. After Benjamin Mendy, City replacing Benjamin Mendy with any left back. Josko Vardiol or a centre back, left-footed centre back. And Wontumi as a left back, and a City here and we're using most of the time. Nathan Ake, a left centre back. Now Yana City are using a left back. Then no about share Ruben Diaz, the aging and the performances. After Laporte, I'm more for players video maba. Kusanov buy, Kusanov share them a lot of games. And from Manchester City, yes, the future is there. Age no on the side. Obetima be red team anytime. But you are playing in an unforgiving league. And City didn't want to a certain standard be as see no obi and City as underdogs. See now the tag be bower, expectations become different. And I say, why don't want to talk about more baby so fancy? It will be a first, you know, we are now want to be in your beam. It be a first, what you got now? I will want to jabbetia too. No, I Kuruma Kakra Busumeko, Ebi Ani Ama be the Atoso. But they say, no, Umwa be to a certain extent, say, Nipani Mwama, won't you quite jabbetia? Oh, but you crana Josuma. Now, Suma, the Abetana bro, fear no Abetiti. So, when City are, they need to build from the back to the front. Already, Kyle Walker is moving out of the system. Fancy, you share what City went throughout the season. Nian discussing who. So the kind of signing City are picking, I idea bet me push your because when you're about how I feel about Guardiola or how I feel about City's dominance, but it's about the reality of the situation City finds themselves in. City lose league by November. So Shadrack bet mama a graph no depicting when City lost the league. Any more chances of winning the league now. Uba say by November na City lose league or lose league in the cry. Fast forward, check Manchester City in terms of players are Pep Guardiola signing. Now graph you understand? Said the last time Guardiola tore a lot of players fancy was back in 2017 and 2018 season. And only can signing 9 players for an average or score spending here £278 million. The next one near 2024-2025. 8 players already £209 million. The ATM makers City might be doing one of their biggest rebuilds in the year because 17-18 no was a City shisha. That was the time Guardiola before team man and Yabrese was a league in your man ultimate. But why is it that 2024-2025 comes second? Because this is also another moment where City will need to rebuild.
We bet me a chain 17-18.
We bet me a chain 17-18 the anokra. And as see as player value kosoro. And this is 17-18 no. So 17-18 na City top player £10 million and ebe ko £50 million.
Okay.
Fancy. City used 30 solid players this season.
101.3
different. This is so unlike of Manchester City and Guardiola. It didn't come up with also a small squad or a small squad or a small squad. But fancy, what are their problems? Not fancy. Shadrack Dion said, okay, very good. Had the number of players I was using this season. 30 solid players as compared to 16, 17, 18, 19, 21, 22. About how many players now no use? Here how we shooting here from 23, 24 at the core 30. Different players. You bet me a blame on 2 things. 1, an aging squad. 2, out of form players. Any players you are signing, I be an young man. Jagulish say no in TB. Phil Foden, we pra no akwaba form nini ho. But the biggest problems of Manchester City na me fancy and na pese me di wie. Se Shadrack bet me there 2 screen so amaya. The problems of Manchester City and where they rank this season. Actually say, omoto Randes, omoto Ransheki, omoto whoever they want to buy in the midfield no. Omo show omo center back ni omo full back row because ana Kyle Walker. Fancy. Na bibia TC City here. No quiet day or cover. Goals conceded 4th in the league. 44. Expected goals conceded 7th in the league. 48.48. Share backward passes in the Premier League.
Central defense, so they say no, they Victor Hayes, ne Kusanov Ebaye.
I'm not moving to buy and fa. Say Friday to no more.
Season a City struggle.
What you say? And fa so I can't no more. Then there is goals conceded. Never duels lost. City are losing on all four fronts from the first phase of their build-up to the last phase. And if you want to defend there, the number of passes they allow opponents to play before Ansa no ma press no, and we're down. Guardiola Jumane so.
Rodra Bantibia.
Guardiola Jumane so.
Okay, amomo.
Jumane so.
Wo Mate, Mesa, Mike.
Fancy, me da say, me send ya David ya Mashara konhwe. I think say Araujo issue na yeah can
101.3
yeah, because I think as a player there has been a lot of things in Famano, and every player will stage or the developing. Masende Araujo ne injury chart for the last 2-3 seasons at Yamashadrak. On him said from that period Nedeban when you like 6 different injuries.
Oh
yeah. So the two or the image you see when you have 6 different injuries, no player can progress and develop the potential no fully if he goes through such a phase. Again, no coach can tap the potential of a player when he's not available. Adia back with deep players in Japan, injuries and availability. Plenty. To me, crane training no what think is I was selecting in the Nabo match. Until from the 2022-2023 season, Araujo may say a year more than 100 days in the 2022-2023 season. Abronya 2 different injuries. Baku was an adductor tear. Then occurred 70 days, missing a total of 16 games for both club and country. Or recover your buy and I don't know about Brimu. Then he had to sit out the international window, missing 11 days. That same season, before he sat out 32 days. I may say 5 games for club and country with a calf injury. Oh, we recover. Then the following season, 37 days due to a muscle injury, making him miss 7 days for club and country. Then Obenya knee problems. 4 days will be out. He will miss a game for Barcelona. Then a hamstring injury, ebe taking it out. The hamstring injury, ebe 2024-2025 Okunyano way.
that is this season.
Yeah, Okunyano way. Copa America.
Yeah. 140.
So we know Otina feel 147 days, missed 29 games for Uruguay and Barcelona. And Tueno, he did not have even the benefit of pre-season with Hansi Flick. Did the coach in the other players no from Ashasi and when you be? And a time will be real Munano season, ya bar my picky heat. Players warm themselves up. A do season baby who plays ni na picky. In the time Abasa players ne picky in terms of more physical levels and your more fitness levels. And I feel na way na ba. It is a Basa players no already or take off no more 70. When you be shot see if you be 5. So you don't expect him to give you the output or more border than a amount. There are always storylines to explain what really affects the performance of players. When you play a piano, fiti prekono asa, your factors be why it influences and impacts on their performance, whether positively or negatively. And the deep players in yakese pano, it be a injuries na make one. So when we say within 3 seasons, he has never had a consistent period. And or your player on developing way in the age of 26 no konya an uninterrupted last 3 seasons na ko picky do stage be but enam say breaks abem hiccups interruptions due to injuries abem no it has affected his progress enti na basa for the domutrim sanka we no after 3 seasons there e was ankoye den o mature na ankoye a leader at the back die di nya na ba ko ne enye we injuries ne nko an. The next one will be an uncertainty around his future. Play a year tono, ya betono, unti bibri. Araujo ko Bayern. Araujo ko say oh baby. Na ye di din komo about say wo future e wo baby ya wono enye secure da. Why dream na better saying? You will have an effect. Obadrion. Oh nade. So the moment psychologically you are affected by such rumors, it also affects your overall play. So let us be a bit understanding. Menkase we know Nimbo but the potential that he has, he is not as worse as has been described. On yet said the Omokano. And again, let's be very mindful when we are running the rule over the form of players. Players form it is a dane. And your boy Inigo Martinez Abaso. Last season, Nabasa fans, Omudi Ejegunichem and Dajavi. Na kwe kra ekoto ne ba kra ye hu ne seso. Ye hu faso bi e won so asesen. But this season is a different player. So the form of players can pick any time. They only need consistency and certain advantage. So if Barca do not get Jonathan Tah, and if they are keeping Araujo, I don't think it is a loss. Eventually, as a backup to Kubasi, the only thing they pray for is that injuries in the last 3 seasons, he will be consistent and let's gauge your measure and shade. Away from that, the good and the bad of the UEFA Conference League near there, I am stating this emphatically. There has never been any big team on Safa Depeda. Show me one big team. I also know deal. Or see so no. A trophy sakesi and nkwan watching we asini na, and I will show you a liar. Show me one person who says only one big team. Or see so on timber from that. And I will show you a liar, a blatant one at that.
It is a Madrid war, 15 Champions League now.
Madrid, for some time, were competing for the 3rd-tier trophy in Europe.
Which is?
Beaten by Chelsea and Aberdeen, the Cup Winners' Cup. Time, no, not a European Cup, which is not the Champions League, number 1. UEFA Cup, which is not the Europa League, number 2. The Cup Winners' Cup, which has been defunct for some time. And then the 4th one, ever Intercity's first cup. Madrid competed fairly and squarely in the 1970-71 Cup Winners' Cup. Chelsea in share no. 81-82 season, Cup Winners' Cup final, Aberdeen in share no. UEFA Cup, or Jetwa Sumienu, or share video 10 AFC colon. 84-85, 85-86. Madrid went from 1966 no Champions League, from 67 until 1997 they did not win the Champions League, and they played just one Champions League final until they won the Champions League final in the 1996-97 season. 80-81 no Liverpool na show for Barcelona. Barca Intercity's first cup now, me say a 4th-tier trophy. No, watching it 3 times. A common trophies almost. Yes. So fancy. Show me one person who says.
Na ade ya shock me say enu amukura mu zo na rebetis ana beba most rebetis anoma ave chance kwehye first go no crab by ukuru ya hey oja na akwo ne sipongo no so di ameka chance take a share for we am obi kura say gongon cap almost cap no say
the Conference League trophy no the whole of Europe trophies the NFF
almost say don't know
no it is the most beautiful European Cup trophy.
Champions League na sonograph
trophy NFL
Champions League
na sonograph
trophy NFL papa the America kwakosi an say at various stages in the cycle of a football club you will rise to the top, but also remember say obetia form. Now it is about what you do and the say obekọ form a che and now obe sorentem ebi mo teto a omo sori biun like Ajax Amsterdam. Because era na ye wom no omo kwan omo fa so ye omo football no omo ntimi mpagya bion embeje Champions League to say ye hu no ye wo bi so wo teba form a club ne culture nti they are able to find a solution like Barcelona mostly finding solution from within La Masia near the CSC near the Aba. You will be musu ho motekwa. They need a certain figure, a leader, to come and build them out, like Madrid and Perez, like AC Milan and Silvio Berlusconi. Before say Berlusconi befa Milan and negu no be peja ni beyond the bar Europe. BJJ Champions League ni be in the early stages under Fabio Capello. Like the same inspirational leaders, and then they know here owners like Chelsea and Abramovich. Send be or be peja club no from one destiny line and they acquire another destiny line. Before Abramovich, Chelsea's destiny line was at best competing fairly in the Champions League. Otimibo could do quarter final, okay. But after Abramovich, Chelsea's destiny changed and they became serial winners at that. Now, a football club, now, sorry, say, dear or no, or club president or your owner, no, ya team left in same you go. Season in Asha, see a course, ya club left in same, no, a buying. And a bet ready ye the club never mano. How many football clubs can survive with this?
Nobody.
How many? Especially when you don't know one. The club ne kwa komano and the opposite of the club near. So Chelsea was collapsed. Literally. Omugu Chelsea. I'm telling you for a fact. They collapsed the club. And now Sales Ferguson create free man you know share the to am not imagine. Not just Ferguson, but your J club ni na.
And I hit Baba.
So you will need to situate things into proper context, understand it. And sana what you say, Oba no woda. Oye bonini wako beye 30 years on woda onya yefunu fanfa emfa wo ba. Ninu anom de ebima wo ntafo. Ebima wo de omobo ho miensa. So in the family, she's the only barren woman. Nyankopa ya adom no wa wo baako a wo se na wo nuano ma wo miensa o ma wo 90 wo baako ne dede na wo ye ne free won tin situation na se dey be free buy
Conference League.
Oh baba
Conference League wo Sarah story la ro. Conference League
o ma nan kasa na
simple.
And you crown also Robert's Veggie.
Me can't just Robert. Oh, yesterday I started here and I said that Chelsea has the opportunity to win the
Let me call the local yeah now Betis.
I saw they trade Chelsea Conference League too much. Because as a Conference League, I say
why probably a gap.
No, me my catch will say and your trophy be a here is Barcelona mo ye na we mo tiny in age and none of the catch will say Chelsea Bemo omu neutralize bibia.
And I don't think anybody here says Chelsea would win the trophy.
So the point is, Chelsea fan. Chelsea no no kuntai. Chelsea fan. Chelsea no kuntai na mpete wa beti.
Conference League.
Yes. Conference League final. Munyi na mo se enye competition. Banadru obi o wasase so re ball ni.
Let's now the Chelsea fan bia na so obo.
Anadru obi o enu anadru obi a re ball ni.
Your chest out, let's open it. Say ya. Oh, yeah, Chelsea fan. Say ya. Now, Obi Brown, no, yes, or catch us and I don't know you is a fire co chica.
Oh, nine.
Nothing with nine. But why is it on a more serious note? I think to me, Betis lost, but they were winners. Mechanics are, there's a Omasho Munyam. No cremu. Chelsea budget no they year football no. So my Betis a move 20%. They will do better than they are doing. Into their nature. Winners no more no. It was to portray how far this club has come. And I was happy their fans were applauding the players in the aftermath of the game. Winners no Manuel Pellegrini. Pellegrini studied as an engineer. So that explains why he's able to build. Pellegrini, civil engineer. That explains how he's able to build players, build teams. Enra, he did not win the trophy. And yet they be when winning trophy now, it's just 1 year successful. No, at times you will lose a trophy, but you will still be successful. And I think that story should go for Real Betis. Nathan, Mark Batra, ni team no so Castaways no also Ricardo Rodriguez or a castaway or Milan.
Yeah.
Or Torino Kobo Kakra ya Tona Betis. He has played to a cup final.
Isco,
the biggest story is Isco's. Isco hadn't been in the Spanish team for 6 years. Somebody almost among Kaibe Bresa, the Menchu Chimfanko, Cheka Krebi. August 2022, Isco joined Sevilla, the bitterest rivals of Real Betis. December 2022, no, my Pamono, free ball.
Yeah.
Isco didn't have a club. Then in comes Pellegrini, the same person responsible for molding Isco and bringing him to the top. When he said 2012, Isco Najee the Golden Boy Trophy, which is the equivalent of the Ballon d'Or for their players only under 21. Stories there trophy Isco Marca. They described Isco as a player who the skill set of Aguero and on a passing class vision that says Zidane. So he was a player they built for the top. At times, o potential and I was so, but baby, I'll be fano a bit me dumuja, and it might not even help you to rise. A be a Isco no.
Pellegrini ni Isco dia okay crown. Okay, so just last season, OJ almost more than 9 man of the match awards for Betis. No ko Euros ni bio.
Yeah.
And no pride.
Yeah.
So he no Bianco or Baspin almost quite the simple crown. Isco do Coco Prior.
Exactly.
When you Mara. There Chelsea are in
right. So these storylines best explains. When you say Europa League, they had like 26 chances created, 6 of them big chances. It gave him the opportunity again to rise in his footballing career. And befitting say it had to be the same manager who paved the way for him to be identified as a great. Or no soon wabwa na mo ababedrua. Enra Isco born no boy.
Be our first staff no.
Now Isco Chelsea team ni mo. And no mobile final way. Chelsea would have won 15-0. He single-handedly became a tormentor in chief for Chelsea. Eche kai say the muna so mo bono. Onya ya no ma kon no ma bona to. Beautiful player, and it is deserving. Say, you're born about so send yes, Kopama, yet your bayer na Chelsea Ajia. I think it will be unfair if you don't come here and sing the praises of Isco, Francisco Roman. And I think that it was only befitting say Pellegrini na so training Muncio, no yini PB say akwawe on sign. Muna munhuni you see. And I'm repeating, baby Isco kofa and intia. Na bo achede dia. It should have been better and been at a higher individual pedestal than maybe away.
On a matter Champions League or J5.
Yeah, or J5. But now you can't tell he played a crucial role.
Yeah.
Real Madrid UEFA Super Cup. Hey, Isco. But I think Spain going into the Nations League with the form of Isco, Pedri. Jama on the hard dream,
Fabian Ruiz
on the hard dream, on the bubble too much.
First half,
on the bubble too much.
Now even the whole game in Accra, second half now Chelsea babe, he was the only difference. Onyabo announced no wait your strong. Baby or coffee fire in here. Different. Baby or coffee fire.
Wouldn't you tell Man United
that Barca team name? And who use even at Madrid if they had seen how to use him. Come on, Isco.
My couldn't be United outside.
Hey,
Isco.
Why?
Oh, I think Tamano or Malahano. Scout no more United no scout anybody. I don't believe he's a 17 solodo. It's a bed in then a bit winner. So I say we Ferguson has always been saying it too. Then the same thing happened with Matthias Delate at first. Why yes? So I'm also projecting here of a passion.
Also can be one. Never run a crab about man you.
Club where they are
United, you are
political club here on Manchester United. And you ask to have you ever seen? Has there ever been a salvation for a devil who is already in hell?
Like Omudi who see with intention on my baby. Omu to miss his son name. No master so bad. I say United see some logo and see some baby. Sad devil no mu in frame. Na de omu ye de enye.
Wo yemre na fe yemra meto aso enso e wo fie Black Stars enra san kwaji guye ho enye hwe kabo
on say you go school na you can language na twi no na you throw din say you din sunsun sanso o fia bi kakra se din bia wo susa so
frobo
sa
bibi obrefo anase
bibi sa
na so de bia
brenya obransa no wanya ne ade a nti so the devil there
efro bi tipon so Abrof no obi kunu din the husband and a good
yes
me obi so friend of white head
oy
and a drink water so the no
oh yes
white head and that
white head Arsenal so player bi near friend Dix
and I say I be Dix
we say no no promote match there's a Dix in Dix available for Arsenal na game back we amkobo no pra ana omotro say Arsenal to play with their dicks out. I'm say how much no. And Marqual ko. No. Story.
Oh masa, I don't know wash here papa.
Wash here what try pa.
Oh, you go play yes I am there.
And dia.
Tolidi ojo mo mebo
Tolidi mo fa no kwa. Yerom na yeni komo that the Black Stars of Ghana so here na. Hey, Dix. I know they had to 1990s Arsenal for.
Dix
out
the headline there no credit.
Oh, I said 1990s Arsenal footballer David Dix.
Yeah.
Oh, said Dix na dey nyina nim say wa be bona say
to play with their dicks out. Papa Shada King. Oh, so much no.
Oh, poa masa.
Oh, make me boy. David Dix. Dini.
Anya no me say the headline
now Canada. Almost say one hour.
It mean Google farmer. Okay, hold on. Hold on.
The okay. Let's all go pass and ban pay.
Arsenal to play.
Couples were in room.
Oh, there is
also Google here. So Arsenal to play with their dicks out on Google. Amen.
Oh, okay.
Arsenal
to play with
out. Arsenal to play with dicks out. A record number of women attended the match.
Hey. Arsenal to play with dicks out.
Yeah.
There's a Mike and Paul Dibim.
J-Bo.
There's Arsenal for ball, bro. Omo yini ho. Omo dicks and okay. Yemkwe.
Arsenal how much you? Well, sorry, I can't come on Black Stars of Ghana and game now. Your boy, and you're in Nigeria now. Coach Utuado, share in the starting 11. Boys, and Rodomo, a starting game, no Black Stars of Ghana. Benjamin Asari, Edem Gideon Mensa, starting game, the 7 Ambrosios, a boy, Aaron Issel, Mamadou Karamadini, a boy, Razak Simpson, a starting game, Abdul Samed Salis, a boy, Madida Shimero, and Afi Christopher, Bonsuba, Ejemu Jordan, a captain, and Afi Kwame Poku and Sujinechi and the Mother Black Stars of Ghana. Game no starting Nigeria for the kind to Atana and no Eddie Kebenya Nigeria for highlights and afi yenhwe goals no be kwanra na game nti no Chelsea game nti man for any opportunity monitor Black Star game ni bi nti yenhwe goals na eno etimi eba ye na bi ane yi every amount Nigeria for no mo eto Atana Eddie kan SI ball second goal ere to aso na second goal no free kick ano mo epeja ya a deflect here. A branch Razak Simpson who can net. Emma Nigeria for no taking lead no 2-0. Ya de won some at the bench. Non so ba ye be na ye din komo kakra area for abra goals no and so koso ene anope ya chese enro anwumre na nya asem ye to akra 1-7 no. Na Nigeria for second goal ne by na afi ohwe se the new Messi kwa second goal no enyi ana obebonum se obepija efrechi na afi kwa Niger bo we die emse almost stretch go keeper no pa because say the deflecting the keeper no positioning no etimi ema or make say out my game no ball no turn it into 1-7 na Nigeria for the share second goal no utimi so mo supporters yi and o mo ji wo mani so manya Ghana for any wo be share pa ana branch your friend say Asante enso enya go a ono so de to net e de mai na say obanya ani Thomas Asante go no e de amaya nto Ghana for pepa mse e bon akire kakra pia ba ya bedu center line ana fi ye page mu a ball no enso e to net a je Ghana na yateka no e ba ko ball na ekonom say tapping pa ana abrantie fene say Brandon Thomas Asante e share sa go no the mother Black Stars of Ghana into game no eguso question e say bibia kama ye bete sa as a Ghana de edu ba bi aya sa ye bete a ana abrantie run eso enso pry e game no mtia ma abrantie fene say Ebenezer Anan enso e be replace no e wa group amano so nti ohwe say New City a run eso e free mu no wana dawa na ja o try ne say atum say pra enso e by emomo de Ebenezer Anan enso e be shemu e the mother Black Stars manuama e kama e ho nti sa be pe game no esi kwa na abrantie fene say Benjamin Asare ni saves no e be hwe bi na ya hwe nra e modem oboy nra am say o hwe mistakes ba kumienu bi ba na mom o redeeming the image we saves o ya na team say yes obo modern enso etimi e hwe Ghana nmanya because na utimi say wanye saves bi say ya embianka Nigeria for goals no e do so pa because boy na nka tonet wi nso do si stretch e bo na say Benjamin Asare number 1 e de o hwe ni mu say kwa bia so wono enso betimi age e de aboso adwuma obo no ano e den na game no wie ye ball match no wie no ana coach Otoado e de to just say game no de even though you lose game na mom na o happy second half no e modem amrante ne boy de na nani age ho yi pa anti coach I fe no Otoado e kasai after game no den sem kakra to just say second half ne de na Ghana
it didn't click from team. Like I said, it's not always easy, especially if we haven't played that often together. I think Nigeria had a more mature team. We can maybe adapt faster, and we had problems, to get into the duels, to press well, but also to defend well. But second half was really good. I have to say, even though we lost. I'm happy for the second half. Really saw some talents, like I said, I don't want to mention names, but we really took some players, really saw them really positive, and looking forward to see them again.
And some coach the Atuja coach Eddie Tuja say Nigeria for the no be a very aggressive our first half no na goals na consider ni do be ka say cheap goals no na say nke ye bibi found pa and also kasa here found say goals na dey na say ka ye betimi avoid because our goals na toilet na dey na e go a na say Ghana ye hu bibi enti kakra and also okafa ho
Okay, so actually just cut short, the first half we were not really in it. I think the goals were too easy. The second goal was a little bit lucky, but the first goal was way too easy. Not a good cross actually from Nigeria, really to clear it, but we were not compact enough in the defense and didn't stop the cross. And I think we slipped also in the middle, but shouldn't happen. But all the same, Nigeria was more aggressive in the first half, won a lot of duels, created chances, and we were not really there, and this was really disappointing. I think after we changed some few things also tactically, but also we changed the system, and due to the system also some players.
Kamaye pa bibia nso edem ho na communication team member IFN Sheikh Tofik nso atuja say we a good exercise edema the Black Stars of Ghana yan qualify for AFCON nti wo mo engage boys no with this friendly games eno timi bo am active na yan qualify no on September eno ya matimi akoye edema the Black Stars of Ghana rafa ono any technical director the Mother Black Stars of Ghana Wilfred nso say Ghana ka 2 matches per near World Cup you win here no 2 games you win here no ano near konti e ni mu say your next 2 games ne yebekọ na afietimi ahye na nuama aye kamanti yebeti ensem kakra ono so no after game no the two da
young players talents and I'm happy about the second half, not about the result. Our team played good in the second half, and that was very good for all talent for the young players in Ghana.
All right, tactically, what did you think went wrong in the first half that Nigeria dominated?
Yeah, good. Nigeria is on the full team. But the team, I don't know who Nigeria missed one player. I don't know. And our young players, I thought my team, I'm not the head coach. I thought we can.
Some Gakrodi are two Jedos, some Erebanes, here, any Musenioma, Ebitimi Akoye, Evama, the Black Stars of Ghana. Now, since the iron is a Nyami Adoma, Yene Trinidad and Tobago for no ball third place on Saturday. Now, a hodie, SETV or Muajumapa, because Muno di Umasa. Na the woman is fancy ore enra squad na ye who boys be e team num to say Felix Afenya Jan ene Ibrahim Suleiman anom na Mohamed Salisu the woman is almost some of visa issue no intimi an go true eno nti no mo intimi amma am bonra game no nti o mo twen asem bi anyame adoma efie ne ekon Saturday o be available for game a ebe ba so nti Afenaja be 3 years ni o ma e o say ba visa ehun sem na say ha dwen ye pa nti nyame adoma Saturday ye be so betimi abedu na o mo so etimi abo game no Saturday e the Ghana ye wi a na afi obi aso de nani a chebe bi so ko nyame adoma chena ana Ghana ye hwe se Premier League ni team ba ko timi abeka ho United na fe team from All Blacks ho abro ma ba Premier League no ene RTU ene 11 Wonders wo mu ba nyame adomo chena bebo Friday e chena 3 PM at Accra Sports Stadium na game no wo mu kire se de yedi kan de atudwan VIP ne 50 ana ene center line ene popular stand ne 10 cities timi aba na ma betechi 11 Wonders former player aiso Obo House Voka ye fani Calvin Osesi so true support e de amani team se be bi o madu no o mo hwe no mo qualify Emma Premier League or Taomachi pa Kelvin ede kakra etudwa.
Hello, brothers and friends. This is Kelvin Osei SB, a player of Accra Hearts of Oak and a former defender and a captain of Techiman 11 Wonders. I wish you guys all the best of luck in your upcoming game on Friday. I know it's not going to be easy game, but I know what you guys can do, and I know the can-do spirit that is there. You did very well in the league, and it's left with the final push to bring Premiership back to Techiman. Let's make history for ourselves, and let's make people of Techiman proud of us. Sure wonders, sure wonders, sure wonders. Wonders for Premier, wonders, Beba. I will be there on Friday to support you guys. I wish you all the best of luck.
Woti I want some kakra no there's a Calvin some akori atudwa na utimi say RTU for nso buy and me say
I was asking what kind news
na am to be
the news in brief
news in brief there what be ma no
five also consider journalism can go
yeah no can
go more retire on be sports
yeah
e be analyst
yeah kebe bua
or retire obetimi aye
na no ati
or retire obetimi aye
pa ehun sem no RTU for no epe support on kan nti onse no am catch us omu nam agogboloshi market omu sasran kofo ni ade na omu ko no omu go sha senior man was say hey RTU nie meeting pa o srem se jata omu nie no ogigi ho any ade
wa
it was
omu so mu twem na wa sna e
was meeting pa
na ni wo camera
nie
Missing no more in the mano. Lebano Bobo Crater, Yamiyama. Yeah, I do you. Welcome, a seven center. Welcome back. A seven center. Welcome back. Namida, Captain Sober. A seven center. I saw.
Enti nesremu se jata na me adoma achina enya asem geto a support ne de bebi on be fa bi omu na ba ko enti omu gusu a omu erem se de be anuama e be kama bring half football regional association for no omu e de omu wishes ama two clubs ni nyina Techiman 11 Wonders or be the regional football association na omu so omu e wish omu best of luck say ni omu era omu game ni same and omu every ama Techiman 11 Wonders and afi RTU a yere the Emma and the Anopeo Shunti, yet the best enough for source name Udu in the Rwanda League na APRFC ho and a branch here friend said Yusuf Dauda and Richmond Lamptey omo team no enso awini omo league ewo Chroma team say any gisem edema Richmond Lamptey and after branch Yusuf Dauda no kakra if you fancy fancy na Frank Naro so or 11 wonders inti or support to omo part Frank Naro
Levy wonders will say yeah. Levy wonders will say yeah. Wonders you, yeah. Wonders you who say.
Fagnaro was all 11 wonders. Was that to them kakra so sa account ni ade anti.
Levy wonders will say yeah. Wonders you, yeah. Wonders you who say yeah. Abusiafo amoshe me need your boy Frank Naro. Uni bibi nyame boa eye 30th Friday we are wonders supporters wonders abusiafo moma nyina yemfa dede yo ene bomo me yedi nyina ye support yedi koma eye 11 wonders players na ewa Accra Sports Stadium me say here Accra Sports Stadium that Friday we are 30th because nyame boa Friday wonders yedi win no yedi got Techimai live nti minu a wo hwem baby bia obi aso Kumasi so won kan so Techimai mumye nyina ye me share Accra Sports Stadium ma na me boa
Some say Jamie, me kabidi okay, we na kabidi me di we na tractor.
Okay, party.
Me di tractor Frank Naro ni.
Wo. Okay. Are adwuma ne woni ha na. Asa ntina maba ho no.
Okay. Ghana Blaster bobo nra. O shebi.
Oba my foreign area. Who's it?
Eric Sekuchele, a coach for Nigeria Super Eagles and Ra. The lineup of the game no and the that UTV. So of course the number 1 for Super Eagles here in Bali. This guy AFCON or Juma Bruta. Bali on your household name before the AFCON, but after AFCON, what about mainstay at Nigeria? Aya Omobo, Bruno Onye Miachi, Semi Ajayi, of course, another household name or lineup no Ego Obu and Sogu Ismaili. These players made sure say in a final third no we have 3 players, of course, Papa Daniel Frank Onyeka and Ndidi and a boy 4-3-3 and a coach Eric Sekuchele at the call game and Osha Cyril Daces play away o Senior Academy Rangers or Scottish League na wa goals made in home komo enche bia yo game no Ghana Blasters so line up for the come no Benjamin Asare of course has folk number 1 now coach Otto Wado decided say obeko for a typical back three of Stefan Ambrosius. We've said it many times game na so nya bi boy no nya bi boy no obi ahoye and upon akome e kan for the power Raza Simpson Ernest make sure say a chiro no besi and of course it was a 3-4-3 so middle 4 no Gideon Mensah Abdul Samed and Majid Ashimeru Kamara Mahmoud another local player and make sure say 15-4 no Jordan Ayu Bonsuban and Kwame Poku LED line no 3-4-3 na we no me o shoes kakra wo ho yawo issue kakra me wo ho ne say this formation ya ho no TV no so no asem ya me kan ehun hia me wo ha
okay
so about 3-4-3 we pa na we more effective dia o pese we effective dia ya akoye me say Kwame Poku ne Jordan no ba ko bebre we selection buy no na me hwe sa Kwame Poku and Jordan ba ko bebre especially with respect to the role like Gideon Mensah bebono but we lost the game so any game no come going forward no it would reflect in a couple of games but Jordan if it is about 3-4-3 placing Jordan out wide it will not work especially with Kwame Poku. You know Kwame Poku's game has been stationed around the box as a center forward. And so when your supplies and feed and farmer Kwame Poku looking at the current game currently Not as a Kwame Bebre. Now, with Jordan, no, when you're out and out winger, but because of me, a movie the calling to usually an auto person bono out wide, said Leicester, Nomone, or that clubs are Jordan Abono, Yana Bono. But sometimes you need real balance in your team for national teams, especially Jordan, Maka, Semenyo, Maka, Inaki. Maka, Brendan Thomas Asante, Kwame Poku. If you really analyze the first half, now you saw say one of them has to work for the other, and it never worked. So, a Juma Wahono so for manager friend Otto Wado. Now Juma Wahono so because Oko Europe say ya when you Ghanaian players are established more top leveler, a bad national team coach now when you Juma e wo bebresa players na mo e kwa amanane and some free your borders in Mukono.
Yes.
A friend of the brain find no fit enti Juma da so wo mo. Unlike Sule Seven Pia Boju border clubs no do the elite of the elite. Me who baby jet or modern away till before about Drew Sunderland and France no. You saw say is a real potential over. You gave no chances at the man Nigeria the Benjamin Asare air distribution. Now here the distribution two players in a den and Ambrosius and Aaroness. At this point, you know, Asare thought say, but me send the ball at the back middle part of the pitch. But that area was a bit overloaded, and that sending the ball and was crashing on the ball. It was one of the chances. At the co-opponent in half, never build a shorter. See who the you better direct and longer. See who the all these chances we really see that to Nigeria. No, some of them, yeah, near the chair. And no opponent now bomb paper and what you free move. I don't know some of the chances. I mean, this was an awesome save for Benjamin Asare. I mean, this save, sorry, this save was unreal in the game. Body deflected you, but how was switching the body, as I be body feel, and at that time, no 2-0. My body turned attempts like a game, no Gene. So, on one team, no, you say you cross on my ball, we say a turret. But apart from all that, you watch the game, young into. We gave out a number of chances. And you can say yes, it's a young team of any central defense and a new partnership, Brazil, Simpson and Brochus. Even in the back three, it makes it all new. But I am saying, say, the number of chances now you're giving away, no, yo. No, do so, mammy, do. Number one, look at something here. The Oshay, Sakwana Bissona go in the fast a buy. There are certain situations in Nigeria for I'm to actually in a form of counter situations. And yet, to me, first of all, how many players are left out here? Also, do not catch it. And in Nigeria for not to actually, and we have about 3 players here as against 2 strikers for Nigeria. But this is a big chance for Nigeria. The number of chances we give out per the 90 minutes, it also do. That is why I keep telling you, say, chances now met me, no. I'm gonna tell you about 7, but in B, you're one of the same 10 now. You're betting 10 in now. So how many chances any demand Nigeria? What structure and a limited number of chances that we offer out. Sometimes we are trying to build out the more in turnovers. When we had the ball, we lost it in the final 10. And how me and me so I recover the structure. So me catch you. Who will say 2 strikers, at 3 defenders. Similar situation I was saying
3v2.
We go into attack, we lose the ball, and of course we lose the structure B, an existing system. Yeah, for sure. Without the ball, with the ball, you're very much stronger and solid. But this is it. Gideon Mensah has been a constant member with you, but Kamara doing Hono, Razak Simpson Hono, and then of course Stefan Ambrosius Hono. Omunina ni for feel free for Majida Shimeru and Salis Ahmed. Omumi and partners. How many games have they played together? How many times have they been together? It was a ball we are torn sequentially out of an imam Branes Ericobal. Sarah Jesus. First of all, we lost the ball here. Now I want you to take note and watch how everything happened. Your situation in here. Shall I say you lose ball?
Yes.
Now before they be lose ball, the composition of this zone, Gideon Mensah, and then one of your central midfielders, Salis Ahmed Wahasi. It is the wing back, and I say left wing back, Gideon Mensah, and then one of the central midfielders, Ababesos. But you only say Anasha Sura. This is serial. This is the goal scorer. Whenever Razak Simpson is drawn, in this situation, it's about your awareness and concentration. Whatever goes on here. So, body the Oman lose was here, but watch Razak Simpson. The awareness. So, when you say serial dresses, I can't one as one can now a Ben with proximity and a space in a dome. So watch the two players. The ball would always be lost, but structurally, a system has to recover that. So watch him. Hana who's a striker be enemy answer. It won't say.
So Samson Kwa Emma Dessers and offside. Because from your left back or the by and left centre back, I call Simpson walk on the right full back now. Cameron Crano. Those are all my in line. So now Simpson need play Cyril Dessers on. So what they make
sure,
before so move Yama arrows na beba. Oko chiki two bi abon say ono nko na akam.
I don't know. A conversation in there.
Yeah.
At this point, as a group, as someone who they more individually, one how Bassa chill offside, you know. But who come crying offside? So that's got to do with the structure, and then individually, Kamal Dean, right back. I always say the space, the half space, you know, strike and a final. So at this point, you know, or confuse Razak Simpson. Not forward him and I'm forward him. And on non striker, the strikers are looking for the wider of the spaces. So between Kamara Dean and then Razak Simpson, look at the space. Yeah, what's in common here can I say? So Kamara is too wide as a right back. Bonnie was here, so close the defense. But top level, no, he will ask these questions from the young players. And then the man want to when you do level one, and then when he will be learning, he will watch this after the game and he will say, "I'm a come. The ball is this is the ball side. Why are you still here? You close the defense. You share or your serial or your Razak Simpson say me faha."
When we watch it, na PSG and a final one, Netherlands, because last season and last 2 seasons.
No, it's
a PSG will be Mubako. It was watch.
Yeah, the 6 successive game I'll go near.
What watch a pass because my kindness at those times, you know, we player to score and pass so that week, you know, that's a special way. I'm not the best in course scorer. So a bit an America say, also or the shoulder and I'm massive.
He had a very good movement here.
So I don't know who's watching first goal. I am one because. Or far just say or far experience than
in the movement positioning. Yes. But it's good for Simpson and then Kamara. First of all, the position and the two where Kamara is. A Busa question. That's a World Cup stage, you know. Yanya a control defender, yeah, or Nesamiaji, or yes, Samuel Kumia. This stage is through ask questions from you regardless.
And then final 2021. And also about Gink, Kobo Cremonense.
I know the
about Rangers.
Oh, Bob
Breda Utrecht.
Is a yes. He's a traveler. So that was the first goal. Yeah, that was the first goal. It was a lot of questions about our system, how we defend, how we cover spaces and the ball and all that. But Otto is another person, and also so I feel that also Jumano as a young coach. So the more we fall, the more experience curve, and the more also so yes. So Osha conversation no yaw. Also, we know so. Now there are 3 lines of defense, whichever system you set up. You attack your midfield and then your defense. Yeah, between the midfield and then the defense, you know, look at the last 2 lines of defense. Oh, Muka Kraka. Because of Muka Kraka, where you know, and the second line, no, this is the last line. So Razak is watching, Cyril Dresses is also watching. But the margin of space between the second line of defense, that is the midfield. And then the last line, Emuna Sumami. Kamara more line, the midfield is in the line, no. As against a Chilofo, no. Emu is too wide. They need protected. There's always a Simpson show and a Sarah social. But one is watching and thinking about how to move and not a BT young defender. No. So you watch the 2 players and find a cheap. Yeah.
Razak Simpson, somebody pushed tire 4. Yeah, the body pushed tire 4. So you need to go with here.
Obe say the way we see a Ginano. Wadani ne Chidiama Deses. But I think say also to me a facing no. Wabra ne right ebetimi age ne left ebetimi age so the way see it here also obehye wo center and this all the old farmer no esa oh yeah disadvantage what the other side if he turns you but oh you defender now who face attacker na oh a better view and then a better chance in terms of balancing and then switching positions enti baby ogina no once ordinary to na hwe no I know didn't need to any so it's a bad posture.
And the man got a share, who's so funny, but also it's good for him Yeah, now we say we're moving the bed more soon. It's just like Portugal, Brazil, you got for no on behalf Simpson. So he fell after so all 10 and all.
Lose balance.
Yes, of course, that is it. And then Kamara Susone Salis in Yami boxing. On Sunday wide already. And Simpson to here, the guy was free, had a very good cushion with the ball, and Sana or Berry beneath Asari's body. And it was a good goal. We lost the ball here. I mean, the distance from the ball zone where we lost the ball, Muwa, say to me and recover. Muwa. I mean, but that was the first goal, and it's giving us a lot of lessons. I hope so. Going forward now, yeah, you'll be seeing. But the other goal also so Busa and send brief, and especially it was from a set piece. It was also from a set piece. I had a foul here. From the open play, we saw the goal here being made here, and from this set piece. Now this is crucial for Nigeria because they knew our team, and I mean this. So Maka Simpson, Maka Kamara, there was something wrong with Benjamin Asari also here. Okay. Now watch something here. Also, a threatening inside our organization before the foul was committed. Also, that's the goalkeeper's job. It starts from here before foul. No, so I love it. So at some point, no, he failed to apply his own. An out swinger and then an in swinger. It is positions of these two players now. But Bako bought Pierre by area just as well Pejan and Sana. And about also Bako see keeper the space between the goalkeeper and the back line. And nothing aside wrong baby Ababijana. Number one, I had to take green. Yes. And I saw I take green. No, do my ninty. Oh, who just a free pole no ba no who say oh drop on her mefa. So we have some come fast. Now shall the aside no be. Check this position and the degree of angle he left is my wicked part of this whole discussion. You know what I mean? Asari was wrong to go stuck in there. Asari is still here. Yeah, baby, my problem with Asari.
Yeah,
I don't even know. The boy is still here
because Obana and him kakrana or Chemuno or connection. So say the name of the Kwankobon say bia what chapon mumino. But then a chico back and Unquan say the left no I wider as compared to Ebi on the right.
So he left 66-degree angle from his left foot. That is a diving foot, no angle no near. And I don't know how can one hand you, but when you so Jimmy but
yeah, I calculate it.
And it happens to inexperienced guys. And at this level, no now they be seeing a dear kakra. And at the time the ball, so almost says sequentially, I can't say the way, but structurally, any problem is a through. But none of them had a good connection to the ball. By the time I started training, I saw Obano, not born than it. But yeah, shall you after born a tornado? No, Senior Jayona the born a tornado, Lomina. But make sure I debut her call boxing. No, it was a lazy defender. No, Mahuni ye cry. It was a lazy defender. Yeah, how many players can you see around this zone? How many players?
So 5v2. 5 Black Stars players as against 2 Nigerians.
And he won the ball. We have men in the zone, but in the air we lack nobody. We lack personnel. We lack heads. We don't have anybody. Yeah. So this is it. I don't know any ball above all the 5 players. So the one had purpose. So be connected ball. And at the end of the day, but there was one build up and a mark go near FEPA, especially 2-1 in a consolation go back. I had a tree Razak, and I was quite unfortunate. Say Razak moment be treated, but yeah, shall be have a better one. They could be the man. Yeah, na me can yet structural defender once a shall be TV in the Sonayanko. We are who is so no care tree Simpson Tino. Maybe the who say a bit unfortunate to be tree Simpson to her, but any honey hear me. Nigeria for us are confused your L box in them. Watch it here from this angle. Onye Kanye. Only a defender back on the general. Salis 21 JC. Salis in the market. And then you have, I think Ndidi or somebody Ewaha. Indeed no one Onye Kanye. We all count to here. Say we have Razak Simpson, Stephen Ambrosius, and then Erodeso. And a striker Nigeria Montem. Who striker no? But how do you interchange positions? I confuse the defenders now. Watch this guy and then watch this guy. Movement, a bit change BBR. That brought the goal. They were marking wrong place. What's a different player about the show?
Indeed, in Ajayi.
Indeed, in Ajayi gave them fake positionings. And I was a fake marking. My born the buy now. Never who do marking beam and a monocle body shake. Our consolation goal came out of a very good build up from our own half. And it's one of the best goals. I think say Otuado at time the build up was smooth. Your far bono or much more quickly. And the bono a build the kakra the bono cotton net. It was nice. I think say my boys no morale and the confidence going forward.
Game also
yes, especially this is the build up. When I had the coca cracker the bono a cotton net. And sometimes the man who back could say a Barbara Mano, say Gideon Manson. Yeah, now you left to honor your building, especially when we got to go out of a typical convertible 3-back in a bar 4-3-3. I don't know who TV says so. It was a time I over who a back phone in our no one middle frame with a lone pivot, and then you have your 3 strikers in the final third. But the other starting come in 3-back and okay, 3-4-3. And if you have to sign off
about 4.
Yes, for
the coach no who's also
sure. And I didn't go we say no. Yeah.
Well, Meza.
Yes, fancy. Juma de say obi per Juma na waboa no. Me yonko baako de Bismarck na say o car ho na opo bi amanatwi boat. E de amawo anase bibisa wadaroma obetimi afa number na waboa e kakra na yetimi amananya bi